Alright, well, I'll go ahead and
Let me go
swap to
back
the
to my
screens
content.
and start getting some stuff started.
Okay, so I'm gonna go to the push to talk now because we found out that we can't do shit. Whee!
Gotta love Twitch Mobile, she says sarcastically. Anyway, hello everybody, and welcome to Houston by Night. If you're familiar with VTM, I'm well aware that the title is not the most creative. It's fine. It's a common titling for these things. Being said, this is my first VTM tabletop game. We are running the V20 system. I am the Pink Spooter, the storyteller for this here tale that we're gonna be sharing together. And you can find me on my Twitch as Pink Spooter, spelled with 2 zeros, because for whatever reason the O's were taken. And I will go through everybody down here, our lovely players. Looney, why don't you introduce yourself, your character, and where people can find you? And then maybe a fun fact about yourself if you want to share one.
This is gonna be fun. Hi, I'm going to be the Grendel of the group. And that, I might be the glass clown in terms of this playthrough. I don't know yet. I'm just gonna go with the flow. I'm Looney Tooney. You can find me on Twitch or on Blue Sky as the Loon Tunes Lagoon. And the fun fact about myself is I'm not on anything. It's just sugar.
That's just how she is naturally.
Chaos.
Getchy, your turn. Tell us who you are, who you're playing, and where everybody can find you. And then maybe a fun fact if you're so inclined.
Well, hello and good evening, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Sketchy Art Demon. I can be found on Twitch, Instagram, and TikTok at the same handle with the underscore in between each word. I can also be found on Twitter at sketchy_demon.
Raziel, your turn. Share who you're playing, your name, any social medias if you'd like to share any, and maybe if not, you could share a fun fact about yourself.
I keep forgetting that we're on Push to Talk. I am so sorry. I don't know where I got cut off at.
You're good.
I am Raziel. I'll be playing Abby. Everyone will figure out what her bloodline is when the time is right. It'll be great, guys. You'll love it. I don't really promote much of a social media presence anymore. Maybe I'll get back into streaming. That's for another day. Fun fact about myself. People hate playing me in card games.
Facts. That is a fact. Pyrrha, your turn. Who are you playing? Who are you? And where can people find you? And also a fun fact if you're so inclined to share.
Hello, I'm Pyrrha. I will be playing Fovana. My character is... It's a stretch. They're a person that is, I guess, akin to technology. And are a nerd. I can't imagine where I got that. People can find me pretty much everywhere with the same handle, Pirates. On Blue Sky, Twitter, TikTok. I forget where else. Probably Instagram, maybe. I don't remember. I don't ever do anything there. Fun fact. Oh, I guess at this point, my fun fact would be that my circulatory system is likely 98% coffee at this point.
That's quite impressive.
I'm working on that last 2%.
You'll get there. I've seen people throw coffees at you.
Are we related by any chance?
Yeah.
Because I think Raz can tell you that sounds like me at work.
Maybe. I already have scuff as a child. So, We'll have to see.
Long lost siblings, perhaps. Anyway, Jay, perfect timing. Who are you? Who are you playing? Is there any social media you'd like to promote? If not, give us a fun fact about yourself.
Definitely a fun fact over social media because I got nothing. I'm gonna be playing Cyrus. I just kind of wanted to go for a healer type, even though I realize how obscenely difficult that's going to be in a game like this. But I'm looking forward to the challenge. And the fun fact, even though I sound very calm, I am anxious as hell inside because this is daunting but exciting.
You're gonna do great. I'm sure you're gonna get along with everybody here. But yeah, that is our group. I forgot to mention, I also have a blue sky also under Pink Scooter. I think I have that spelled with O's, though. I think the zeros is just Twitch. But yeah. Were you want to say something?
It took her a while, but she got the O back.
You can't see it, but the eyes have rolled, Raz.
My brain instantly went to, O'Reilly.
I just glared at him. It's fine.
I played the 5th.
Next, will you neither confirm nor deny anything?
Anyway. We start at a sky view of the city of Houston, Texas. It's a peaceful night. The sky is clear, moon high in the sky. The lights of the city are blocking out the stars. We zoom into a quiet street, a bus stop with a few businesses behind and around it, and only a few cars drive by maybe every few minutes. At this bus stop, 3 people were waiting. A pale young woman with a hoodie and a pair of jeans, a tan middle-aged man in a suit, and a Hispanic young man dressed in a blue-collar uniform. The night was silent, all 3 in their own worlds as they waited. Even as they were all grabbed, it was silent, strangled in muffled cries. Red spilled on the ground from the messy draining of blood, the sharp pain of fangs in their neck immediately fading into bliss. Then the 3 fell to the ground. Drip, drip, drip. Something warm and sweet dripped onto their lips and tongue. The 2 men carried away while the young woman was left behind. Minutes passed, maybe hours. It's hard to say. The young woman sat up. Her mouth was dry, her fangs elongated. She snarled and growled like an animal, looking around frantically for something or anything. When the bus suddenly screeched to a halt and the doors opened, a few strangers stepped out, and the young woman lunged. There's nothing that she could remember. She could really only remember being grabbed, and then suddenly something's being shoved into her chest from behind. She's lifted over a hard shoulder. The body's left ripped and drained on the ground. Do you have anything you'd like to say?
A voice echoes through this person's ears, despite them not being able to move or even communicate. Oh, another puppy. I'm sorry. This didn't need to have to happen to you. Well, I'll go take you to the big dog. We'll figure it out.
As the cloaked figure walked away with the young woman, blood soaked all over her clothing and soaking into the cloak itself. The scene changes to a bar. Hey, Sketchy, what was your bar's name? I forgot if I asked you to think of that already.
You did not, actually.
I knew I was forgetting something. I'm sorry.
I do have a suggestion.
We'll fix it in post.
I do have a suggestion, though. Sketchy. Tipsy Turtle Tavern.
Oh god, no.
Outside the scene of insert name here.
That's actually kind of what's written on my script here. It says it's the scene changes to a bar called insert bar name here, just a few miles away. I forgot to ask, so I can fill it in.
We'll fix it in post.
Anyway, the scene changes over to the bar. It's a slow night, as it's a weeknight, so only a few humans lay in wait. A human waitress was taking out the trash out back when suddenly there's a scream. Seconds later, a young Hispanic man broke into the bar from the back. His mouth and shirt coated in blood. His eyes were wide and wild. His hands balled into fists and immediately began to attack the other humans in the bar. So what do you do?
Ooh, okay, we're getting alright, thrown right into the thick of it.
I did warn you.
Okay, so I think my first question is there anything around me that I can use as a weapon?
I mean, what all would you have in your bar? This is your bar.
Yeah, that's valid. So, I'm gonna see if I can just get his attention immediately, just shout at him.
So, you shout at him. What do you yell, you try to get his attention, but he's already ripping into the third customer that's within your bar.
Okay, yeah.
Luckily,
Oop.
Victor, the Bruja bully boy that tends to frequent the bar, he stands up. He is so Victor, in appearance, is exactly how you would imagine, like a badass old-timey cowboy, but like all black. He's got on his hat. Well, he had the hat set to the side on the bar, but then he puts it on. He wears sunglasses. They never come off. You like never see him without his sunglasses. He spits into a cup, cracks his knuckles, and is gonna walk forward. I'm gonna go ahead just real quick in the dice rolls channel, Sketchy. I want you to roll a d10, just a single dice. So whenever you would do the dice roll, you would just do one. You can leave this difficulty specialty blank, like the difficulty and specialty blank, because we're just rolling initiative.
Do you remember how to do initiative?
Yeah, I read it.
Oh.
It's like plus dex and wits.
And plus a d10.
Yeah,
Yep.
that's why I'm having to roll the d10.
Alright, so I've never used the dice rolling channel, so could you give me a quick run through on how to work that?
So I did write down how to do it. You do the /mm. Look for, you can either type in the syntax and like, I think it's the colon is what it's got, the 2 dots. But it should automatically pull it up as a prompt that you can use. So you can either click it or just hit space or enter or something. And then you'll just type in the number 1 for this specific kind of roll. Alright, so it's 5 plus your dexterity and wits.
Okay, 5 plus dexterity and wits. Give me 1 sec to put those numbers. And where can I find wit? Where can I find wits on the character sheet?
They're both your attributes.
Which would be the third mental one, as I lose my voice. Oof.
Found it. All right, just give me 1 second to put the numbers together. So, it's like as I'm hitting the spacebar to talk, it's also like dragging me all the way to the bottom of my page.
I forgot to open up Victor's character sheet.
Okay, so dice gives me a 5, and then I got another 5 from those for a total of 10.
Not bad. Any unused, like, any points that you're using, like, if you're not using your celerity for other things, you can use that to add to your initiative as well.
Yeah, I'm just gonna take that and put it into initiative, so I think that brings up to 11.
Okay. Oh, maybe I just gotta roll for Victor's initiative as well. Woo!
That sounded concerning.
Not really. He just rolled low, but luckily Victor's a bully boy for a reason.
Sorry, could you repeat that?
You said you rolled 11? You said you rolled 11?
Yeah. Yeah, 11 was my total on that one.
Alright, so you're last in the initiative here.
Oh.
So Victor's actually using one of his celerity points, but only one of them, and that actually he still managed to be first in the initiative, despite the fact he rolled a 4. Oh man, older vampires are fun. Okay, let me just open up the book so I can remember everything. So yeah, Victor suddenly sees what happens, looks annoyed, he's getting right into his business mode, and he's gonna run at the vampire that's suddenly slaughtering all of your customers. And he's gonna just punch him right in the face. He's got like a pair of
They're called brass knuckles.
brass knuckles. I couldn't think of the word.
Ooh,
By the
okay,
way, do
tough.
you want to do
Alright.
combat the actual way? Because technically each combatant would have to declare what they're going to do, going from the last on the initiative roster all the way up to the first.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, it's because of
Hold on, Raz is explaining a thing to me.
you can opt to dodge an attack, but you have to make an abort roll. Because basically whoever has first initiative is no one else knows what they're about to do. So like, Sketchy would choose what he's going to do, then you would declare the action of the shovel head, and then you would talk about what the first initiative guy's action's going to be. Because he can react immediately without hesitation to what the other two are going to do.
Oh my gosh, Scuff reacted to me banning a bot. That's hilarious. Anyway, so Raz filled me in on apparently how initiative works because I'm still new to VTM as a whole. And learning it, and while I skimmed over how combat works, I don't have it all down. So apparently, how this works is, and it kind of does make sense to me. The person who is last in the initiative tells what they're going to do first. So Sketchy, you're last, so what are you wanting to do?
So first thing I want to do is like actually at least try to get this guy into a headlock, and if he's still on somebody, try to pull them off.
Okay. The shovelhead, finally noticing that he's being attacked, which, yeah, I just dropped what he was. Yeah, but anyway, this guy, he is realizing that he's being attacked. Unfortunately, like I said, you're not very busy. There wasn't a lot of customers, and he is very fast. All your customers are in fact dead. gonna turn around to tackle whoever is closest, which in this instance is gonna end up being Victor. Because Victor, like I said, is gonna run up on him and try to punch him in the face with his brass knuckles. Wow, that's a pretty good punch. Tell me how that works with damage-wise.
Okay, so what happens?
You could
now-
just explain it on here, so that way everyone can hear.
Sorry.
So I'm asking Raz what happens now with the thing, because he knows the system better than I do.
I am a B20 veteran. So this was the roll to hit. Obviously, contact was made. So what happens now is one of those dice, one of those successes disappears because it's spent to successfully hit the target. Every success after that gets added to the upcoming damage roll. Now, how the damage works is now Spooter will compile a dice pool of this character's strength plus potence plus overage successes on the hit roll. This is also where the vampire in question could spend 1 blood point to make all potence dots automatic damage successes, if she would choose so. So that is the next thing you will do. You will compile the damage dice pool.
So do I need to roll the damage?
Yes. Damage is rolled, that's why you can spend a blood point to make potence automatic.
Depending on how this goes, guys, I may have accidentally one-shotted this guy.
Nope. Those brass knuckles
I feel
will
like-
probably still only do bashing damage, and all vampires half bashing damage.
He has max potence.
That's still gonna get half, and he still gets a chance to soak.
I feel like this guy's gonna yell out something like,
Your grandparents are gonna feel this one.
Oh gosh, dang it, Pira!
I love it.
That took
Stepped
me
over
off
some
guard.
bitches than you just to get to a fight.
So the quick question is, what generation is this guy? I'm not gonna meta him.
9.
9. Okay, so he can spend 2 blood points. Did he activate any celerity?
Yes.
That would have cost him 1 blood point. He's got 1 blood point expenditure left this round. So if you wanted to, you can automatic potence, or you just roll.
I might just make him automatic potence because he's gonna want to get this done
Okay.
fast.
So whatever his potence is now automatic damage, but you still roll strength plus the overages. And whether or not the brass knuckles add damage. I would say they probably add. Otherwise, there'd be no point in using them.
Yeah. And that's just one, like...
One die.
One die.
Yeah, nothing is guaranteed in this system.
So would I just roll his strength then?
So it would be strength plus the overages, so strength plus 5, plus
Okay.
1 for the brass knuckles.
So I only roll his strength then?
Yep, strength plus the 1 for the brass knuckles plus the 5 overages. So you'd be rolling 11.
Yeah, but I'm autoing the...
I'm not counting your potence. Talking about the 5 successes that weren't supposed to hit.
Okay.
Yeah.
Don't worry, I'm just explaining to her the combat maths.
I'll get it down eventually. Like 20 sessions from now, maybe more.
That's what I'm here for.
better late than never, right? Exactly.
Alright, so I know it doesn't look like that he rolled a lot of dice, but I promise you, there's a lot of dice here.
Is that all the dice? You didn't.
That's just the strength.
Plus the 5 overages from.
Oh, I had to
hitting him.
roll the 5
Yes,
over?
yes. They're
Oh.
not automatic.
I messed up a thing.
Also, for whatever reason, that... Oh no, ones don't take away from damage. Ignore me. Ones only take away from everything else.
So do I ignore the ones?
Yeah, ignore the ones. They don't take away for damage. But to hit, if ones show up, that does take away.
Okay, so apparently in this I can ignore the ones because the ones do not do anything with the damage. But, so that means in total he's done 2, that's 3, 6, 7, 8, 9. He's done 12 damage.
Okay, what happens next is the vampire in question that's getting hit gets to roll his stamina to soak bashing damage.
Roll the stamina.
Plus fortitude if he has any.
His chances aren't high.
Alright, now half the damage, round... Give me 1 second, I have to remember it's round up or down.
I promise, Sketchy, I was planning to give you a turn.
He'll still have one. This isn't going to put him down.
Are we sure?
Everyone has 7 hit points. At most, he's going to do 6.
Okay.
Unless I miss horribly.
Pro tip. Try not to miss.
I mean, eventually there will be a doctor in the house, so good luck.
Yeah, you ain't here yet.
I mean, you're in a bar. You could just throw some alcohol on it. You'll be good. That's what they did in the Old West. You'll be fine.
Now, Hun, if you want to just round down, go ahead and do that while I get the exact ruling.
I gotta recount how many.
He would have been down to 11 because he had done 12 damage, so he would take 5.
Cool, you did it for me.
This is why you keep me around.
No, I'm just laughing because you asked me to do it and then you still did it.
Oh, hey guys, I was right. It's rounded down. Awesome. Memory did its thing.
Yay! So that means he does 5. Lethal, I'm assuming.
No, it's bashing. This isn't D5. There's 3 damage types in this system. There's bashing, lethal, and aggravated. And I don't think that the brass knuckles made it lethal. And he didn't aim for the head, so it's just bashing damage.
Wouldn't opponents have made it lethal?
Nope. This is not V5 potence. Potence just makes it hurt even more.
It's gonna
So he
hurt
technically
the
still
whole
has
time
2
you're
hit points
dying.
then.
Oh, is that darling?
He has 2 hit points left.
Alright, then he still gets to act. Just with all these new negative modifiers. I do need to look up one thing, because I guess now's the time to explain to people what frenzy is.
Yeah, because that's what he's actively doing. So yeah, anyway. Oh wait, I just marked the wrong sheet as getting hurt. Victor didn't take that damage. Hold on, guys. I'm having a moment. I'll get there.
That was the other guy that got busted up.
Yeah, I accidentally marked on Victor's sheet who did the punching that he took the damage. That's not the case. He did not punch himself.
His
This is
form
what
was
I do to
immaculate,
myself.
but he has a really bad case of glass bones.
Yeah.
I just
Anyway.
picture that frightful thing of, if this is what he does to himself, what does he do to his enemies?
I mean, I did scratch my nail on his tooth a little.
My brain automatically went to, you don't need to damage me, I'll do it myself!
Alright, love. If somebody spends blood to boost their physical attributes, how does that work? Like, how much does it boost it?
It's a 1-for-1. Oh, and I just remembered something. Frenzied vampires don't suffer wound penalties.
That makes sense.
But yeah, it's a 1-for-1, and it lasts for the whole scene unless they go over their generational limits by more than 1. Most generational limits are 5. But yeah, so frenzied vampires ignore wound penalties, and in frenzy, you will expend as much blood as you can to turn yourself into a ravenous murder machine.
I see. Okay. That's what I need to know. Anyway, so he like lets out a angry snarl, growl, whatever, and now lunges at Victor and starts clawing at his face.
And by the way, if Victor really wants to, if he has any active celerity actions, they can be used to dodge.
Oh yeah, he does. I didn't use. He has multiple celerity that he hasn't used.
Yeah, so typically, he activated celerity, they'll activate at the end of the round, but he can burn one of those celerity actions to dodge it.
Yeah. So he swings to attack, but because I was reminded of this, Victor still has celerity points that he has not spent, so he's going to suddenly just kind of step to the side and dodge the attack of this man that is now coated in blood.
He still has to roll for it.
What does he roll?
He rolls dexterity plus, let me actually look at a character sheet here. Dexterity plus athletics.
You know, you can also do this through chat so they can hear it too, so they can learn.
Okay, look, in my defense, I keep forgetting I'm on push to talk to. So, to dodge, you roll dexterity plus athletics, adding in any celerity that he's not using for additional actions. But yeah, so that's the dice pool. Any successes he makes takes away from the attacker's successes.
So dexterity just plus his celerity, or
Dexterity plus athletics is the dice pool. And then
Okay.
any celerity that he's not using for multiple actions. Which I think you activated all of it, so.
yeah, I like his chances.
So what we're having here while she's rolling the dice pool, people with celerity, when activated to give multiple actions for combat, can use said actions for dodge attempts And if you successfully dodge an enemy's attack, well, then they don't hit you. And yeah, Captain Baruha just said that ain't happening. Holy crap.
Yeah, no, like I said, when you told me that, I looked at his dice pool and I was like, I like his odds. He would have to do a terrible roll. But yeah, so yeah, as I was describing before, yeah, Victor sees this happening and he just kind of sidesteps, and the dude plummets and like crashes into one of the tables, completely shattering it as he falls onto it. Calvin, it's your turn.
So is this dude like just flat out on the ground now?
Yeah, he fell forward and like crashed and broke one of your tables.
I mean, if he's on the ground anyway,
I'm assuming they're wooden tables. Otherwise, if they're
Yeah.
plastic, they might not be. But
No, I got wooden tables.
okay,
Well, bro's already on the ground. I might as well just go for a curb stomp then, like straight to the head.
go for it. Make that roll. I'll call it a brawl roll, so it'll be your strength plus brawl.
If you are truly making a called shot, though, this will increase the difficulty but increase your damage output. So if you are going for the head, instead of a diff 6 to hit, it would be a diff 8.
So in this case, what you would type out, Sketchy, is you would do the normal command to trigger the dice, like how when you roll for initiative. Add up your strength plus your brawl. Then after that, you'll fill in an 8. And then if you have a specialty in either strength or brawl, you'll type in that specialty, otherwise leave it blank.
And this is a...
Hold on, I get to change my mind on doing a called shot then.
You can, but before you do that, I want to add one more thing. Willpower, a resource every character has. Once per turn, you may spend a willpower, whether that's for fueling an ability or giving yourself one automatic, non-negatable success in your action. Willpower comes back by fulfilling your nature or upon waking up for the evening. So, if you truly want to headshot this man, before you roll the dice, you would declare to your storyteller, hey, I'm going to spend a willpower. If that's something you want to do. I just want to make sure everyone understands you have a resource that makes you do things.
You know, I'm glad you mentioned it. You know what? Fuck it, it's session 1. Might as well go ahead and try out all the mechanics I can.
Right,
So,
he's
yeah.
wrecking your bar.
Yeah, so I'm gonna go ahead and spend a willpower then. So with that, as far as like the character sheet goes, am I just taking a little pip off of that?
No, what you'll do is there's little squares underneath the dots. You'll click one of the squares.
Oh, I gotcha. Yeah, so I'll go ahead and spend a willpower then.
Yeah, go for it. So that is 1 automatic success. You can still roll. You'll just be guaranteed 1 success. Right? And then you'd still roll soak.
I'm really mad at myself now just because the dice the dice gave me an 8.
I mean, you still would have rolled at the difficulty 8 for the called shot. Is that what that was?
Yeah, so it was like I could have made it.
Hey, it doesn't hurt if you're uncertain. Your odds were pretty low at a high difficulty, which you forgot to type in the diff 8 because I see it says diff 6.
My bad.
You're good.
You're good.
You still would have made it. For strength plus brawl?
Okay.
It's not a combat
Oh,
game.
it's Dex plus brawl to hit.
Oh, it's
And
dex plus
yeah,
brawl?
it's Dex plus.
Okay, re-roll your dice. It's a dexterity plus brawl to hit.
Sorry, I didn't hear her say strength plus roll. Hold on, I need some water. My tongue is sticking to the roof of my mouth.
Oh, it'd be the same because like my strength and dex are equal.
Oh, okay. Good to know.
Does he have celerity?
He has 1 dot, and he used that for his initiative.
Well, so adding it to the initiative means you didn't activate celerity, so he still gets to add it to his dexterity. So he still gets 1 more die.
Okay, apparently you adding it to your celerity, adding your celerity to your initiative technically means you didn't activate it, so you could still roll 1 more die and try to add that to it as well.
Okay, so how celerity works, as a static buffer, it gets added to everything dex related. That includes your initiative, because your dexterity is added to initiative. It's when you activate celerity for extra actions is when it pulls away from your dexterity stuff. So because you didn't turn celerity on for extra actions, it gets added to your dexterity. Which would have been added to this dice pool to curb stomp this guy.
Okay, so that would have kicked it up by so to
Whatever your celerity rating is.
all right, so 8 plus 2 plus 1, 11.
Does it add it to it, or
No,
you
it's
wrap
an
up on your
additional
dice? It's an additional dice, not an
Additional.
additional.
You would roll an additional die. It would have been part of your dice pool. So just go ahead and roll another d10 at difficulty 8.
Gotcha. And how do I mess with the difficulty again?
After you type in the number of dice, press the space bar and then type in the difficulty. So just put like the number 8 and then send it. I think after this combat, I'm gonna call for a bathroom break before I go on to the next scene.
He just rolled a fucking 10. Now, he doesn't have a specialty, obviously.
Okay, so there goes a 10 on the dice.
3 successes.
It's a shame that you don't have a specialty, because that would have been 3 successes rather than 2.
Still is 3 because of his willpower.
Oh wait, no, it is still 3 because you spent a willpower, so it would have been 4.
So does that mean I'm rolling another one?
No.
Okay.
Okay, so, and then the guy would still roll his soak, wouldn't he?
But he still has to roll damage. This was just to hit him.
That's the thing, but okay.
Yeah, okay. So next up is you roll damage. So you had 3 successes to curb stomp him. One of those is spent to make contact. The other 2 will be added to your damage. From here, you go strength, plus the 2 dice left over from hitting him, and then plus 2 because you called a headshot. So roll. You said your strength was 1?
Strength is 2.
Oh, strength is 2. Okay, so it is your strength plus 2. So roll 6 dice at difficulty 6.
And this will be lethal
Okay,
because
6 at 6,
is
okay.
hitting him in the head.
Okay. So depending on the damage, he could kill him.
He would go, if it rolls into, he would go in-cap torpor first, and then if somebody else did any more damage to him, well, they would have to do an aggravated damage to him, and it would kill
The
him.
thingamajigger says 1 success at 9.
Alright, now he rolls soak.
This is where the dice lords can be fickle.
Oh,
He takes 1 lethal damage.
you got lucky with that botch roll.
Well, you can't botch on soaker.
I know he can't botch on soaking, but still. I'm trying to remind him that he can explain things with push to talk.
The best part is my finger's hovering over my push to talk button, and I keep forgetting to push my finger down.
So this just full on knocks him out.
Okay, so this will turn into the lethal first,
Okay.
and it pushes everything down.
Okay, so it'll. He only did 1, so it's just there and
Yeah.
not.
So he's only at crippled, which means he's still going. Now we go into the next initiative round.
Okay. Do they need to re-roll initiative
No.
every time? Okay.
But it would like if they would have.
Okay, so now that this round is complete, we go back to the top of the initiative round. Nothing will we don't have to reroll initiative, anything like that. However, initiative will be modified. Say you have wound penalties or decide to use. Wait a second. How many more celerity actions does Bully Boy have?
He has one.
He can use it now. I can't cheat out on people's celerity, so Bully Boy gets one more turn before we hit the top of the round. Celerity is broken, guys. Our local Toreador is going to figure that out real fast.
I'm sure once he does, he'll start dumping his points into getting better at it. Okay, so I ended up rolling incorrectly, technically speaking, the first time for his damage, but luckily his strength and dexterity are the same, so the dice pool wouldn't have changed. But that being said, Victor will now do it, and I think he's going to also do a called shot. He's going to also spend a willpower for one guaranteed success. Alright, so that's 3 successes for him. Wait, did I need to roll a celerity for this? Because if so, then I'm down a dice.
How much celerity wasn't he using for bonus actions?
For this one, it was just one.
Then you would just add that one.
So just one dice?
Yeah, so just be one extra die.
Ah, boo. Okay, yeah, so it's still 3 successes because... Wait, no, this is the hit, so it is 2 successes. So now he'll just do his damage, because unfortunately, he didn't roll super great. So the damage for this is now his strength plus his brawl plus his...
It would be strength plus overage successes plus potence.
And he only needs the 1 success to actually hit.
So he's already hit. So you said it was 3 successes on the hit, right? So he spends the 1, so you have 2 successes left. That would be added to the damage roll. So it'd be strength plus potence plus 2.
Got it. Again, guys, I'm also learning, and we'll get it down eventually. I played the V20 system once, and that was like over a year ago, so...
And it's vastly different from V5, which he's more used to.
It's okay, we're all learning here.
That's why you guys have 5 dots of mentor, and your mentor is Raziel.
Heck yeah.
Forgot. I think. Wait, hold on. No, I did the right amount of dice. You said ones don't count against damage?
As far as I remember, correct.
Okay, so that's 4 points of damage, and because it's a called shot, it's lethal. Because he's also going for the head.
It's a cold shot to the head. Anytime bludgeoning damage is done to the head, it is considered lethal. This is how brawling characters can actually cripple people. So yes, he would go... That would shove him right in the torpor.
Would it? Because for mauled... For lethal, he's incapacitated.
That overage would shove him.
That overage would shove him into torpor. He won't meet final death until he takes 1 point of aggravated damage while in torpor. So Right now, do you want to give a description of what a torpid vampire looks like?
Yeah, let's see if I fully remember it. But yeah, so first he goes falling into the table. It splinters, wood is everywhere, it's a mess. And the dude is still like snarling and growling, but before he can do anything else, Calvin here comes up and just kicks him right in the head. He's still snarling and growling after that kick, even though that kick definitely hurt him. And Victor just walks up and has got that like aura of "let me show you how it's done, kid" kind of vibe, and then stomps him in the head. Now, he's still technically speaking alive, as Calvin would know, because he would have either seen it at some point or been explained to that all vampires turn to dust when they die, and this guy isn't dusted. He doesn't move. He truly just looks like a dead corpse just laying there. He's not breathing, he's not moving, just laying there. And Sketchy or Calvin, depending on what do you want to do with this dead body there?
So, I think at this point, I would actually be looking to Vic. Kind of like that look like he's not entirely sure what to do. He's already like, you can tell he's bothered by what just happened here. This is a new occurrence, so he's just looking at him. Now what? Fuck.
Victor looks over at you. He's like completely clean, maybe a little bit of blood gone in his suit, but that's why he wears all black, because you can't see the blood on a black suit. He he just looks at you. Honestly, I think that you need to go and see the prince while I get this all cleaned up.
Okay, so would Calvin know what that means and where to go?
Yes. You've been around for a year. You would have been explained who and what the prince is. You probably would have met him at some point, because everybody, if they want to turn somebody within the city, has to get permission from the prince first. And then your sire would have introduced you to him, because he needs to know all of the vampires that he has some level of rule over. So you've met him at least once.
I'm assuming up until this point I had a pretty clean record too.
Yeah, but this isn't a record against you. You were attacked, and it was your establishment that was attacked. He's not telling you to go because you're gonna get in trouble. He's like, dude, this is serious. This was attacked. A bunch of humans just died. By the way, your normal staff either weren't working that day or they were hiding while this was going down.
Okay, yeah, because I was about to ask about how much they might have seen just then.
Well, at the very least, most of them were probably hiding because they just saw a bunch of this dude come in and murdered several people in a very short amount of time. Even the bravest of them was probably like, nope, I can't deal with that. That being said, they probably also called the cops, so. Which isn't great.
Yeah, now would probably be a good time for me to head out and explain to the big man what just happened then. So I guess Cal will just look at Vic's like, get my people out of here and I'll figure it out as I get there.
Like I said, I'll clean this up. You need to go and talk to the big dog. He will help you figure out what to do next, but I'll make sure that this is all spotless and have some sort of story for the cops.
Thank Thank you.
There's also a chance he probably
This
has
is a
somebody
mess.
on the force that is under his sway.
Real fucked
Full
up mess.
or sheriff.
Like I said, he'll clean it up.
And with that, he's going to gonna grab his coat and he's heading out through the front, I guess, just to keep from looking suspicious.
And with that, we are gonna change the scene again. But before we do, I really need to pee.
Go pee!
So I'm gonna
Same.
call a bathroom break just right here. Also, Mindia Jones, thanks for the follow. But yeah, we're gonna pause right here and then go on to the next scene. Oh, yep. There's the. Oh wait, I think it's just the sound
Alright.
because no, my alerts are still going
You
off.
with
I'll
them?
figure that out later. I'm gonna run a
Hi,
pre.
Mindy.
I'm gonna roll an ad real quick.
Yes, hi,
Um,
hi Mindy, thank you for the follow as well.
Yep, be right back.
Oh, never mind. I can't because I already ran ad. Oh well. I'll be back.
In the meantime,
Don't worry,
I'm
that's why I added
gonna-
context in the chat.
Yeah, in the meantime, I'm gonna mess with some buttons because I realized that the alert for my new followers still makes a sound.
Yeah, I'm gonna go get some stuff ready for myself, along with getting some liquid death tea. I shall return.
Hey, nice, go for it.
Just to, pardon me, just to give me a little recap for my mentality's sake. Big bar fight, Sketchy's place got wrecked, and now he is heading to go see the boss man, whoever that may be.
That is absolutely correct.
Dude killed like 3 people, and then immediately got curb stomped.
Yup. But yeah, as we go through and more dice rolls are made, the system will become second nature.
I definitely feel like there's going to be a learning curve to comprehending that for myself.
There's a
Yes.
learning curve for every tabletop RPG. Even people touching D&D for the first time are like, why is there 16,000 different dice types?
Another thing that's going to take a little bit of getting used to is the digital dice that we're using here, because like I'm so used to having the clicky clacks, and it's like even like right before getting into the call tonight, I was sitting here just thinking, it's like I should probably get a set of dice for this character.
Right.
That's usually
Dice
like a thing I
Gremlins
do.
unite. Dice Gremlins unite, Sketchy. I know how you feel.
Each character I play, they get their own
Me
set of
too. I
dice.
have a metal dice for bosses.
Thing like
Also, I do return. I went on a little sidetrack and got cookie gobs.
We're on. Fair enough. Also, Looney, we're on session 1. You're already doing side quests.
That's what he thinks.
The perfect different person, full of ADHD.
Welcome, traveler.
Welcome back.
Oh,
What-
that's why
what?
nobody could hear me. I had my mic muted as well. I was like, why can't anybody hear me?
Oh, you were
Oh,
That's
no.
just your habit.
The green ring was there, but we heard nothing.
Yeah, no.
Oh, no.
No, I was back around the same time Raz left. Cause like I came back and he was like, all right, now that she's back, I'm gonna go to the bathroom. And I was saying we shouldn't need him for a bit so we could go ahead and get started. Is everyone here that's ready? And I was like, why is nobody answering me? Because my mic was muted.
Push to talk strikes again.
No, I was
No.
doing push to talk, but my mic itself was muted, so that way like the stream wasn't getting a bunch of stuff.
Oh.
It's her habits when she goes away from keyboard while streaming. She actually mutes the microphone itself, and she hit that on the way out, not realizing it.
No, I realized that it was fully intentional. I just forgot when I got back. I remember
Accidentally
pushing the
did
button.
that on purpose.
No, I remembered pushing the button, but then I got back and I forgot that I pushed the button, and I was like, oh, the only thing that really matters is the push to talk, right? No, that's not how this works.
Mental personification of object permanent strikes again.
Yeah. I do have the ADHD. It's just a different type of ADHD than yours, Looney, I believe.
There's a reason
Someday
I
it
call
feels
it
like we
hard
have.
instead. Hyperactive attention regulatory disorder because it gives his life hard mode.
I mean, if it gives you any
Yeah.
sort of, like, clarification at the extent that I have mine, is when I was a child and it still existed, I was diagnosed with ADD, not ADHD. And then that got
Oh,
just
yeah.
merged in to be the same thing as ADHD, so.
I swear some days it feels like I have AD4K, not even HD.
Oh, I know my ADHD is in HD because even my brains are pixels.
But yeah, are we ready to continue on with our final introductory scene?
Yes?
Yep,
Aye,
I got
aye,
my key.
Captain.
Alright, so we changed the scene one final time. Flavana and Cyrus, you're both waiting for the prince to finally give you the audience you sought. It gave you some time to reflect on everything that led you to this point. The task the Tremere Regent gave the both of you, the secondary task that's a bit more personal to, well, both of you. But eventually, he lets you in. The prince is a gangrel. He's tall, over 7 feet, beefy, hairy. He almost reminds you of a bear itself. Raphael folds his arms across his chest and glares down at you. 2? I was hoping it was a joke. He turns, leading you into the room, and sat down on his desk. Alright, what are you two here for? I made it very clear I don't want any more of your clan in my city. And he waits for you to respond.
Cyrus, would you like to talk to them, or what would you like to do?
I really don't know who's the more personable of the two of us, considering the situation.
I can guarantee you I am not the personable one at all.
You know what? The cinnamon roll is gonna go try to go talk to the Raphael. Would I be aware that I'm about to just stumble over this off? I'm not gonna walk up to Mr. Grizzly and go, "Hi." Have I been given prior information on him, like my mentor or so forth? Have I been given anything that will let me know who I'm speaking with, what I'm trying to work for?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure I DM'd you what your purpose was here.
Just trying to make sure. Well, I mean, I know we're trying to form the chantry. I just meant I didn't want to go, "Hi, I'm here to do this."
So the prince himself, Raphael, he would be fully aware that that's what you're wanting to do. He's just going to assume it, even if he wasn't told. He knows how the Tremere work, and that they've been trying to do this for years, and probably even the entire time he's been prince. So that's not going to be a surprise. You can tell him that. Your secondary quest, that's up to you. If you think that's a thing that should be shared, they wouldn't have told you to share it with them, but you would know he's a gangrel. And in fact, if either of you want to do a history roll, you can see if you can figure out why exactly the gangrel hates Tremere.
I feel like that's an invite to do so.
Just base intelligence?
Yeah, it'd be your intelligence plus your history. Wait, history is a thing. That'd be academics then, because history is not a specific thing. So, in academics and then history if you have the specialty for it.
Might I interject and also say occult would work just as well, considering the nature?
You could also do that on voice chat.
I did. I pushed my button down.
Oh.
I totally pushed my button down. You guys
I don't have you echoing on the thing because I turned your volume down because I realized my stream's picking you up
Certainly, Mom and Dad
anyway,
are fighting
so
right now.
Oh,
You're
no.
good.
I think
But
we can
yeah,
do
I
no.
mean, you guys heard me when I said that.
Spooter. It was a little far away, but yeah. You said occult, right? Would work.
If she permits, yes, occult would work due to the nature of the incident that would lead the gangrel to the flight here.
So yeah, academics or occult.
I could probably make that roll.
I mean, I would recommend that you both do.
Let's see
So-
here.
If I'm understanding, then I'd be rolling 7 dice?
I mean, I don't have your character sheet pulled up, so your amount of dots in your intelligence plus, I'm assuming you're doing occult as well.
Yes, doing occult as well.
Then yeah, however many dice you have, dots in intelligence plus however many dots are in occult. And if that adds up to 7, then it'd be 7 dice. I'll put you guys at a base difficulty for this, diff 6. Because there's
I
a
have
decent
7 as
chance that you
well.
would have been told. It's just also whether or not you would remember.
So do we both roll that, or just one of us?
Yeah, no, both of you can roll.
Okay, so hold on.
Why did you roll 1 dice out of base 10?
Because I do not know how to adequately use the program.
You can ask. So it's /MM, the syntax, and then the first number you put in is the amount of dice you're rolling, and then the second number that you put in is the difficulty. And then if you have a specialty
So
that it ties to it, you'll type in the specialty. If not, you'll leave that blank.
So you said 6 base difficulty?
Yeah, basics.
Okay.
I'll give Jay a minute to figure out the dice to try again. I don't know why it looks like that, but okay, we'll take it. Oh, did you spend a willpower? Is that what that plus WP means?
I don't know. I put in 7 and 6, and that was all I typed.
Oh, you used CMW, not MM command.
Oh yeah, you didn't use the right command. It's okay. The successes I think should be the same. But for whatever reason, I think it counted a willpower burn because it would be 2 successes.
I am okay taking a willpower burn. I assume that just means subtracting a dot from my sheet.
It means you'll mark down in your willpower that you've used one, like in the square box, and then a willpower guarantees 1 single success. In the future, you'll have to call that you're burning a willpower before you roll, but for this time,
Yeah,
I'll let it slide this time.
The weirdness of the situation is kind of why I'm saying just it makes more sense to go with that, because we don't 100% know if it did or didn't add a point.
Yeah, just in the future, it's /MM. So, yeah, okay. So, you guys are fuzzy on it. You do remember. You know that there's been some experiments that the Tremere have done in the past that the Gangrel were a part of, and they weren't a part of it willingly. The experiments were rather monstrous in many eyes. Some of the Tremere were probably stand behind what they did, while the others might be a bit more ashamed of it, though if they are, they haven't stated, and they were probably younger. And he would have been around right at the tail end of whatever event was that the Gangrel had been forced into these experiments by the Tremere. But yeah, he is waiting for an answer as to what are you guys doing here?
I could beat around the bush, but I mean, it's fairly obvious you know why we're specifically here, as others have come before us, and hopefully me and my compatriot this time can sway you to give us a chance to show we're better than our forebears.
He scoffs. Why would I believe that you're better than any of them? All you Tremere are the same.
Well, I mean, partly too, we were in the area, thought we'd just swing by. I mean, come on. I don't know how we could convince you. One way or the other. But we're the ones that are here.
He remains staring down at the two of you. He's leaning on the desk, but he's not fully sitting. It's like that half sit. And his arms are still crossed as he just glares at the two of you. He sits in silence, just contemplating. His distrustful gaze bores in on the both of you. He looks like he's about to answer, but before he can, there's a knock on the door. He lets out an annoyed groan and walks past the both of you and opens the door. Behind the door is a slightly uncharacteristically disheveled Calvin, and a short cloaked figure with a bloodied woman over her shoulder and a stake sticking out of her back.
Whoops.
Doctor does not approve.
You would know by now, because I'm assuming you both have been a vampire for at minimum a year at this point. That the stake does not mean that she's dead. If she is a vampire, she's simply in torpor. It's a way that is commonly used to subdue vampires and knock them out. If you would like to do a medical check from the distance to get any more information on the woman, at least. To see if that blood is hers or not.
I don't see a reason not, and also a perfectly good opportunity to mess with the dice roller more.
Yes, remember, / M, like M as in mom, and M as in mom again. And then, I'll still say difficulty 6.
While Cirrus is sitting there taking it all in, nervously it looks, I would just lean over and say, "Well, it looks like, some folks have been having a good time, huh?"
Calvin, do you say anything once the doors are open?
Well, first thing I'm doing is just surveilling the scene in front of me, and I already get the feeling that I'm interrupting something, but at the same time, it is kind of, I was already, like, sort of figuring things out in my head, and this kind of threw a wrench in it, because Calvin did not expect to see other people there. So he takes the two unfamiliar faces in for a moment for addressing the prince. It's like, my liege, it is a pleasure to be in your presence once again. However, there's been an incident at my bar.
And rapidly interrupting, the small cloaked figure stands about 5'3", lifts the stake woman above their head with one arm, mind you, just lift, and looks at the big dog. It's like, raging puppies across the city. I caught one.
I see that, Abby. He gestures for you to come in. Calvin, why are you here?
Seems like I've had... What was it that she called him? A stray puppy?
Raging puppies.
Raging puppy, yeah. One of those managed to get into my bar and take out a handful of my customers. I was hoping
Did you,
that I could get some guidance.
I need to know something important, though. Did you lose any alcohol? I'm very concerned here.
Also, Cyrus, from the one success, you can pretty easily figure out that there's no wounds on this woman. That blood is not hers.
So, because I follow a certain magical pathway, I do not have to do this metaphorically. I'm literally having a light bulb over my head as a moment, as I've just seen the perfect opportunity drenched in blood and not her own. Mr. Raphael, just a moment of your time real quick.
He looks over at you. Clearly annoyed, but, he looks at you.
So, I can maybe prove right now how we're not the same as those who've made you offers and tried to place their house here. How about we help you fix your problem, and if you believe we did well enough, you let us try our chantry here.
He crosses
that
his
might work.
arms once more. He seems to be thinking about this a little bit more seriously. Right. Alright. You think that you can solve what's going on here?
Well, we can't make it any worse. I don't think.
From my
don't see anything,
experience,
but I
you
look-
absolutely could make it much worse.
And for your sakes, I hope you don't.
I said nothing, but I looked at her for a moment, and all I think is, and I thought she was the brains here.
She may be the brains, but she's not the charisma.
Exactly. I thought I was the pretty. She's the smart. Now I'm scared. She's.
Look, just because you have brains doesn't mean you're good at talking. Or saying the right thing. Anyway. He nods. Fine. You want to prove yourself? Figure out what the Sabbat are up to. They're always the ones that create these shovelheads. And when they do, it's as a distraction. So they must be planning something far bigger. He looks over at Calvin. Calvin, you're gonna take these two with you. They're gonna help you figure out something going on. Abby, pull the stake out of the child's chest.
Oh, you're ready for the puppy to wake up? Okay. This cloaked figure will plop the person down. Should we tie them up first, or are we good as is?
I'm sure it will be fine.
Okie dokie. And after setting this person down, Abby plucks the stake from their back. There is a gaping hole, so we should tell Looney to mark 3 damage on her character sheet.
Okie dokie.
It would be lethal, but that still can be healed over time, which you can discuss that then.
Yeah, so you got a big old hole in the back of your back going up to your heart. The front probably looks fine. Your hoodie's ruined though.
Ah, man!
And you are coated in blood. Your face, your hands, your shirt, your pants, like so much blood. There's a big old hole in your back and in your hoodie and shirt. But you are now awake. You are sitting up, fully conscious, and you are surrounded by a lot of people.
What the fuck did I take on that bus drive? I don't remember none of you.
That's a nice color you got there, dear. Is that a rouge? Black red? What is that exactly? Seem to have gotten a little.
I would
on
think
you
it would
there.
be like a type of like. Wait a minute, I have a hole in my chest!
Calm down, child. What do you remember last?
Last I remember a hand around my throat, then nothing else.
Sounds like it could be a good time. Do you remember anything at all? Any noises? Any sounds? Any smells? Anything?
Oh. Well, my mouth tastes like iron, and the last thing I would remember that was kind of like a smell, wet mud.
Interesting.
to the prince. You wanna tell the news, or yeah, you should. And then Abby like slinks back to
Welcome to the afterlife, child.
Ray looks around. She's like absolutely confused, and then the line comes out. I thought the afterlife would be hell. After what I did with some of the crows, I think I would be in hell.
Depending on who you speak to, this is hell. No, you have been turned into what most humans refer to as a vampire, though we much prefer the term kindred.
You mean like Twilight?
Oh, gods no.
Yeah, we don't sparkle.
You will very much so burn in the sunlight.
Thank God, I don't want to sparkle. Glitter is my worst nightmare.
While it's still not completely accurate, Dracula, Bram Stoker's Dracula, is probably a little bit more accurate. We can go over the finer details of that later. In fact, I'll probably put you in charge of her, Abby, if you do not mind.
Why me? I approach things. I don't educate unless it's an education in pain.
And while I don't mean to interrupt, my lord, I can do a lot of things, but most of it involves mixing drinks. I'm not exactly a babysitter of sorts.
Well, it's a good thing I wasn't putting you in charge of her. But all of you should go to the bar and try to do an investigation. You can talk to what's your name, child?
The name be Ray, but I don't know if you choose names like Catholics.
Some do. Not everybody.
Then yeah, you can call me Ray. I don't really care at this point.
Well then, Ray, stick closely. You've got a lot to learn, and unfortunately, the way that you were put into this is one of the far less graceful methods.
What's a graceful way?
Well, for one, you'd be aware it's happening.
And if it were a toreador, it would probably involve interviews.
What's a Toreador?
That's right, you're brand new. That's right, I just picked you up off the streets. Oh boy,
I am
there's
so
like a
glad you
whole-
asked.
Uh-oh. I'll let the toreador talk.
Whips out spray bottle full of holy water. Down, boy.
Does holy water actually hurt us in this game?
No.
Only if wielded by someone with true faith.
Hi, I am Cinnamon Roll with Sanctimonious Fake Halo.
No, it doesn't count.
I know, I'm kidding. That is my subterfuge lie. I pretend to be a holy man.
Still burns if you get it in your eye.
It's not comfy.
The real
Great,
joke is at some point or other,
I,
just get switched to that with alcohol.
there you go.
If I'm going for something that I want to burn or make unpleasant, probably would be going for something like gin.
I kind of stand up, put my arm on Ray's shoulder, and... Kid, welcome to the club. We've got a lot that we're probably gonna tell you about. And, this one has a bar. So, they're giving us drinks, sounds like.
Unfortunately, none of you can get drunk by drinking alcohol straight. If you want to get drunk, you have to feed off of a
Okay.
drunk human.
Well, that sounds good, too.
But all his customers are dead. At least all the
Well,
ones from
Well,
today.
complain.
I'm just going to have taken one moment to look and count among the our team or whatever my little mind is decided to construct and realize there's 5 of us, and there's a little squee because we're like the Power Rangers in my little brain.
So it's about this point, Abby will turn her cloaked head to the 2 new folks and then turn back to the prince. Who are they?
They are Flavana and Cyrus, as I have been informed. They are Tremere. They want to set up a chantry in my city.
You told them no, right?
I did. But they want to prove themselves. I'll give them the chance. Someone's got to clean up the Sabat mess.
Enemy of my enemy is useful tool.
Your garbage man. Yeah, that's pretty much how it works.
Yeah, he just pats Abby's head. Yeah, now you get it.
Ray
Yeah.
just he looks more confused.
We're the new janitors.
What does she say?
What's a Sabbath? Like she's looking around and everybody being like so confused. Like, what's this?
You know how it sounds like stab it? That's all you need to remember whenever you see one.
Sabbath with what? Silver?
Well, sometimes silver works.
Whatever
but
you
not
got.
Normally, usually fire, fists, putting them through a building, tossing them off the building, ripping them in half. That usually works. Plank of wood through the chest does paralyze, and then you can easily tear their head off after that. There's several ways to end our unlives, but that's a list I can get into later. But the thing to know about the Sabat is they're just all monsters, and you kill on sight. Well,
I feel like wood
sometimes.
chippers are fun.
I do have a question. You said that Abby actually did face me and... I'm sorry, I'm gonna get the name wrong.
The cloak is drawn down over her head.
Yeah, you don't get any
Okay, that's what that
distinguishing
is.
features about her.
Just curious if we're still seeing, like, small midget, very scary. It's clearly a dwarf. Be afraid.
Yep,
No,
there's
she's-
just a 5'3" bulky cloak.
I was gonna say, she's short, but she's not like midget short. If this was D&D, she'd still be categorized as medium height. Or medium size.
Extra medium.
Okay. But before we take the puppy out anywhere, we definitely need to get you cleaned up, and Abby takes a look at her back with the massive hole in it. We're gonna have to teach you how to fix that. Oh, are you sure I have to adopt it?
At least for now, until I find somebody else.
Ray's just looking around at like the prince and just points at him. It's confused. You head honcho?
Yes. I am known as the prince, though it is not the same thing as royalty.
Are you the prince, like, music-wise?
No.
Okay, clears the room.
In terms you might understand, I'm more akin to a city's governor.
For the local vampire population, correct?
Correct. I am in charge of all of you.
And if you ever have a problem, you come to the prince. Hence why I plopped you here.
Okay, so first I have here's my first initial problem. What the fuck?
Yeah, no,
Oh,
that's
this
about
was going to
right.
be
What the
fun.
fuck? So you were forcefully turned to use as a weapon.
So that's why I'm stained in blood and my entirety of my nostrils are full of blood.
Yep.
Tell us why it's not yours.
Why does it taste like iron? Mixed with a bit of famine.
Don't worry, you'll get used to it. It's actually really tasty. Yeah.
Yeah, I was gonna say, for you, Ray, it's actually surprisingly delicious.
I just think she's in mid-transition. She's kinda still getting used to taste, so she's like... and then... Ugh.
And once you get used to it, it unlocks a whole new range of flavors that you never thought possible.
Like tequila?
Humans are like Skittles. You gotta go taste the rainbow.
But what if I don't want to eat humans, per se? What if I just want to eat a giant grizzly bear?
I mean, for
Uh?
one, have fun arm wrestling a grizzly bear to try and eat it, and two, well, there's a little monster that's inside of you now, and it really, really likes people. And if you starve it too much, it will try to take control and eat people anyway.
Also, there's a lot more people in the city than there are grizzly bears.
Plus, talking to people is a lot more fun.
No, it's not. I beg to disagree. Talking to people is actually rather terrifying.
It's a lot easier
Yeah,
to see people willing to give it to you at this age.
With the crow population here, pal.
Oh yeah, no, small animals, they're not going to satisfy you. You'll get like half a sip out of them, and now you gotta fire them for the projects around you. Not from experience. But no, people are honestly the best.
Hey, do you remember Capri Suns?
Yeah.
The little animals are like Capri Suns. You
Why
know
would
how
we
many
eat
of them
like
you'd have to
those?
stab into and drink?
I feel more like the little animals are like a fruit gusher, and humans are the Capri Sun, actually satiating our thirst.
Plus, you don't have to actually kill a person.
Oh, this in front of the prince, I love it!
Debatable,
I
dependable.
mean, I drink the whole Capri Sun. I used to. A long time ago.
I'm sorry, why is my clan called the Degenerates again?
You know why?
Yeah.
You know exactly what you did. You know. We all know. You know too.
Then what am I?
Child,
looks
you
like
and I
you're
share the same clan. We are of Clank and Gangrel.
Well, this is gonna be absolutely grande.
Oh my.
He just pats your head and then starts pushing you out, all of you out the door.
I turn back around and look at him. Look, we'll get to the bottom of this for you. We'll prove ourselves. We'll be in touch and let you know what's going on.
He just nods his head and then he'll close the doors.
Wait, do you have clothes for Ray? I don't, but do you?
He opens
Actually-
the door. Take her to where the rest of the gangrel are. I'm sure someone will have something for her.
Okay, so I take her to the rest of your clan, and they go to the bar.
And then meet them there.
You want me to go out in public? And she's like waving this cloaked arm up and down her body.
Considering what has happened, his bar is not open.
Public, out in the public.
But
what about my
public's a
crow?
bitch, isn't it?
I really like the way this one thinks.
But what about my crows? They're gonna miss me.
Don't worry, the girls will be there. Somewhere. Maybe hiding from you, who knows? But they'll see you.
I don't have to feed them tonight. I don't want to miss their feeding.
Oh, I'm pretty sure they're going to be well fed.
concerned. But okay.
He closes the door.
You don't do well in public.
I want my cruise back.
He opens it once more. Look, you don't have to physically go there, but you need to help with the investigation.
Okay, I'll figure something out. Guess I could do
Okay.
a whole bird's eye view or something. Alright, let's go get you cleaned up, little puppy.
All right, we got socially awkward, and horrendously socially awkward. All right, working with unorthodox ingredients is nothing new to me. See what I can make work.
Did you say all that out loud?
Without a second thought, yes.
The cloaked figure looks at you. Look, I'm rather purposely socially awkward. My mere existence is, I can't be seen in public. And she waves her hand up and down her body again. Still cloaked, by the way.
Okay, because I was about to ask if I see anything with the arm waving.
I mean, you might be able to catch maybe her fingers.
Yeah, since she's still cloaked, if anyone wants to, they can do an intelligence occult with like a, I'm gonna say a diff 9 since she's still cloaked because there's few possibilities.
To be fair, their first common assumption would be Nosferatu.
That's why I'm figuring if they wanted to see if they could figure that out, or if they want to just assume Nosferatu.
Or if they just
Ray's assuming nothing. She knows nothing. So she's assuming nothing.
Yeah, I'll
Ray's
take
just like holding herself, just muttering, I miss my crows. They're gonna miss me.
The medic was intrigued deeply.
Jesus. Also, the Emperor.
Hold on, I was just like, yeah, it's a
that.
Nosferatu.
Nice.
Yeah, totally Nosferatu. Damn ugly things.
They also hate
Yeah,
us. So Cirrus, you are able to catch a glimpse of this could be a Nosferatu. But could it be that? No. Surely it's not.
There was a subtle joke about flying that just, I don't know, man.
Yeah, you caught
I
on
don't
to
know.
that, being like bird's eye view. Did she mean that actually?
Ironically, could still be Nosferatu with animalism.
My feeling is also, okay, don't poke the bear with a stick. Just wait for a few more minutes. We're gonna wait till we're at the bar. My internal monologue is also loving how I feel like we've been sent to meet where everybody wants to kill our clan.
I don't want to kill you. I don't even know what you are.
We don't want to kill you. We just want to throw you out.
And to be fair, that's gonna be the kind of reception you get probably about anywhere.
I'm now sweating externally because you all heard my internal monologue.
You gotta specify that's an internal monologue.
Screaming
Well-
internally. My apologies.
Serious? Give them time. Then they'll want to kill us.
I love your wit, Pyrrha.
Anyway, serious. I think this went well overall.
I'm gonna just cast men wounds on myself because I couldn't breathe for a second.
Y'all
you
got me
choked up?
dying too.
I don't
Yeah, he's
even
been
know
cackling over here.
where we are, who we are, and why everybody hates you. So, you don't have to worry about getting stabbed. I don't even know why.
I mean,
I need something to be taught.
you know, the simple
It's like-
reason people hate me, at least, is I'm an asshole. So you got that. As
That's
far as
kind
our
of a given
clan,
here in Houston.
we did some shit.
It's kind of like high school, you know. You have like the buff people, the smart people. Just everybody has their little cliques, and some cliques kind of screwed up a lot more than others. That's all.
Yeah,
Yeah.
mine got screwed up. My peripheral vision made me a vampire, apparently.
Hey, little
Yeah, you gotta
puppy,
watch those peripherals.
you gotta understand that the little red wizards, well, they have a long history of doing bad things to people, and so that kind of trickles down to all the new ones, and so they're always skeptic of new red wizards running around.
Ray absolutely does not understand what red wizards mean, but she just remembers the stab it comment, and she just goes, "So I stab them on sight."
Not necessarily. So those are red wizards, and the cloaked figure gestures towards the two Tremere.
So I don't stab them.
Not yet.
Yeah.
I'd prefer not to.
But also, stabby
Okay,
stabby's
so I
not
can have my
happening.
crow stick them. It's technically not stabbing.
Let me give you some wisdom, kid. Life is like a mountain. Shit rolls downhill. Depending upon where you are on the mountain, you get more shit. The afterlife? Pretty much the same thing. So get used to it. You'll learn all this stuff.
I kind of gotten that notion there, ma'am. But no,
Also,
I'm just
as a
not
vampire,
you don't have to worry about shit.
That is true. It is a plus.
Amount of time
We've
you
got a
save
lot of
on
stuff
not
to
having
learn,
to go
kid.
to the bathroom. Man.
Yeah. You don't have to go buy your toilet paper at Costco anymore. You don't
But
have
that
to
would
fight people.
We live in an apartment.
Well, I mean, you can fight people. But anyway. I reach out my hand. I don't think we've been properly introduced. My name is Fovana. This here is Cirrus. And, yeah. That's us, at least. We're the two everyone hates. Hi.
Were you reaching your hand out to?
Oh, to Ray.
Ray takes her hand without really thinking of anything. It just gives a real hard shake, like she's about to break her wrist. Name's Ray.
That's
I don't know what the hell's going on, but nice to meet you. And now I'm gonna let go
that's
of
a
her
nice
hand
firm grip.
and then go and turn around, look at the window, and just like look at it, being like, "My crew, my poor crew."
Dear, at least you know what you don't know.
And
Bit of a
I
loaded
would like
question,
you
don't
to
you think?
know that I don't hate you. I don't even know you yet, but don't necessarily trust you.
Fair.
Too much has just happened all of a sudden, and my brain is overwhelmed. Can we go get to the? We can't even drink alcohol anymore, right? I keep forgetting that. Can we maybe move forward?
Hey, you can drink people with alcohol in them.
Yeah, I heard you got a lot of them on the floor of your bar.
Oh no, that's probably
Would you like us to
really
help
bad
with that?
tasting at that point.
Actually, yes, I would very much like to get that wrapped up and handled as quickly and cleanly as possible.
And I gotta
I
take
kind of
right
miss some
here.
of that.
You know what? I just realized I have been incredibly rude. My name is Calvin
Huh.
Woodrow. You can all refer to me as Cal. And as you might realize, the bar happens to be mine. It's my area. I've got a couple rules. For one, do not kill anyone on the premises, and for two, hands off my employees.
That sounds fair. As you heard, we're Favana and Cirrus. So, it's nice to meet your acquaintance. I'm sorry about the circumstances upon which we had met.
So, Abby perks up. Oh, you're Cal. One of my buddies frequents the bar often, tells me all about your place. It's really nice.
You'd have an inkling that she probably is talking about Victor.
The big guy?
Yeah, he's a bully boy. Just like me.
Ah, yes. Oh, really?
Uh-huh. I am official vampire deputy, and I do my job real well. Points over at the puppy she caught.
Ray is now hiding in shadows because she is now, like, she's, like, serious and overwhelmed.
You know, I gotta say, despite the circumstances, she's actually taking this surprisingly well.
He thinks she's in shock.
Oh, wait, the first time I had a hole in my body, that's a fucking shell!
Yeah, but a hole that big? That's a pretty big hole. Which, by the way, okay, so quick lesson. I'm gonna need you to focus on the inner parts of yourself and kind of will your body to mend. Be like, close the hole. Close the hole. Can you do that for me? Repeat it inside your head.
Ray's just, like, shaking, her eyes are bulging, she's looking down to the floor, and she's just... It's obvious she's trying.
Come on, concentrate. Look up at the cloak. Come on.
Don't pass
Close
out,
the hole.
please.
Like, Ray does, like, a
Yeah,
huge
I'd really
gulp,
rather not carry you.
and she just literally puts a hand over her chest where the hole would be, as if she's trying to cover it up to not mentally be more scared.
And what is this? It spends a blood point for every lethal it's healed?
Yes, so 1 blood point heals 1 lethal or bashing. So to mend a minimum stake wound, which would be 3 lethal, would be 3 blood points spent over the course of 6 seconds of blood point.
So I erase 3 from my blood pool.
That would be correct.
I'm gonna do that right now.
The important thing is let the storyteller know if your blood pool ever reaches your self-control. So whatever dots of self-control you have, well, actually, it would be 7 minus your self-control. So whatever your self-control is, take 7 minus that, and if your blood points ever reach that low, the beast starts trying to come up.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I'm guessing that means there's a risk of a frenzy.
Yes.
It would be at, like, 1, the frenzy would come out.
Well, stimuli can start causing it to happen. So, say your self-control is 3, and you go down to 4 blood points, and somebody starts bleeding in front of you. There's the roll you're going to have to make to keep yourself from ripping their jugular open and sucking them down like a Capri Sun.
Okay, so my blood point pool right now is at a 3.
You should have had it at max.
What?
You've drained
Indeed.
multiple people. Your blood pool would be full.
Out of everybody here, trust me, you're the one that's in the best condition for that.
Which, for a max blood pool, that's what, 13?
Which generation is she?
Should be 13.
That would be 10 blood
Generation
points.
12.
Okay, so it'd be 10. You have a max of 10, so...
Wait, what did you say, Liddy?
I'm a generation 12.
So it should be at 11.
Oh, did you spend a background to go up a gen?
Yeah.
Okay, so 11. So you have a maximum 11 blood points. You could write that down if you haven't, and then just subtract 3 if you're fully healing yourself.
And Abby, having seen Ray successfully mend her wound, just kind of like picks her up very nonchalantly, like this isn't even breaking a sweat for Abby. It's like, yay! You mended yourself. That is step number 1. And then sits you back down.
Ray's not even phased by this. She's seen weirder.
Correct. Also, she carried you the entire time, so, like, you already knew she could pick you up.
She's seen weirder, and now she is weirder.
She looks at Calvin and
Oh no,
just
that was
goes,
just out of character.
oh, sorry. But I still imagine her looking at Calvin and being slightly confused. Like, she tilts her head, being like, you're weird.
Really, out of all of them, the pretty one is weird. Okay.
Yeah, that's what I'm getting here, because
I mean, being fair, you did refer to both my compatriot and I as the awkward and the awkward and the awkward one with the third person here, so I mean, pot kettle maybe, just a little?
She always suspects pretty people to be a little bit weird. Because if they're pretty, they're hiding something.
for the term creative.
Flamboyant,
Ray's
if you will.
suspiciously glaring, like, I don't know what to consider you.
Well, for right now, we're all you got.
This is why you go for the average. You can only go for the middle ground of a 2 or a 3. Never get a 5.
And, all right, little puppy, we gotta go take you to the others of your kind to get you cleaned up. They should have some clothes for you. Unless you have a house nearby, do you have a domicile, a place to stay in? A home that only you stay at, because anyone else in your human circle you should probably avoid now, for risk of their life. The masquerade. Oh, I'm gonna teach you about the masquerade. Oh, I hate this! And she's screaming in the direction of the Princess Chambers.
You get the feeling he's laughing.
Ray does nod, and she's like, I do have an apartment, but I never really had a friend. The only real friend I had was the bread supplier, and even he's at his low end.
Cool. I'm your friend now, and tell me where your apartment is, and we'll get you there. I know he said that I should take you to your clan first, but they're really not gonna have spare clothes for you. Honestly, he doesn't even really like wearing clothes, but he has to for official business arrangements. So we're gonna go to where your clothes are at your apartment. We're gonna have to cover you up though, cause it's not Halloween and you are covered in a bunch of other people, and we can't really take you out in public like that.
I do know a bunch of back alleyways to my apartment. I never really liked going out on the streets, so I found a lot of ways in this maze of the city.
Perfect. I love back alleyways. That's how I travel too. Let's go. Also, I know where your bar is. I'll meet you there. Sometimes I stand on buildings and I look at it and wish that I could go in.
Can I
You
take
see,
a second?
like, he raises a finger and looks like he's about to say something, but then is like immediately reconsidering any sentences crossing his mind.
And before anyone gets to make any comment or report or rebuttal, I basically grab Ray's hand, and even if Ray tries to resist, there's a good chance that I'm just pulling her right out of the building.
I mean, if she is resisting, we can do a contested strength because she does
That
have a
is true.
decent strength.
That is true. But does Ray resist, or does Ray just go with the flow?
As the sea druid I am, I'm probably just gonna go with the flow.
And Abby, haul ass. Abby's out. He's first. She's done talking.
I turn and look at Cirrus. That kid, I think, is more of a shut-in than I am. I didn't think that was possible.
I gotta know, which one are you talking about? Abby or Ray?
I kind of leave it ambiguous.
Fair
There
enough.
is simply the slow blink as everything is absorbed in, and the unfortunate remembrance of, I have an idyllic memory, and these moments will never leave me. Ever. Ever, ever.
I just, turn and look at Calvin. So, I guess we better follow you to your bar. Seems like they're
Right.
gonna meet us there. So let's get going.
That we shall. Any questions before we head out?
Just what's the address? I would like to be abusing my resources and have a car ready for us as soon as we get out of the building, please, so we can have a nice, calm, leisurely drive with our new friend.
Right. The address is. Insert address in this line here.
Insert
heard
Google
great things
Maps
about that
address here.
bar.
Insert address here.
Perfect.
You're the owner of that place? Damn, 5-star reviews. I was planning on going there anyways. This is fantastic.
I mean, I try to make every customer experience a unique and pleasant one, and I do mean every customer.
I feel like it would be
Excellent.
prudent. So can you fill us in a little bit more what happened other than, just a newborn broke into your bar and wrecked the place?
So, just out of character, I'm assuming that we're just doing a walk and talk sort of thing.
Do walk and talk, or if you guys would like, I can do a quick timey-wimey of you guys make it to the bar, and then shortly after, Abby and Ray get there, and I'll let Raz figure out how Abby gets there.
Yeah,
We do a
so
walk and talk for a bit.
I am happy with whatever everyone else is because
I
I
am-
am here for the enjoyment.
I am more than happy to let you guys roleplay a little bit. I enjoy this character interaction between all of you.
starts off as a normal night, pretty slow, otherwise normal. And then the schmuck kicks in the door and lays into the couple of customers that were there for the night. So now I've got bodies, a vampiric body, and no answers as to where this guy came from exactly, why he was at my bar. And I've also got to figure out how this is going to have to get cleaned up quietly because I like my business and I like being unalive.
Has anything like this been happening recently? Because it seems like we've had a few incidents tonight, it sounds like.
No, this was completely new. Things been running smoothly up until this point.
Each of you guys, if you want to... I'm trying to think. Either make an occult roll, an intelligence occult, or... No, I think it would just be an intelligence occult to see if... Because he dropped that it was the Sabbat. And all of you would have heard of the Sabbat at the very least.
So when I say like where he came from, I meant like literal location.
Yeah. I just mean as far as like you're not used to these incidents. They haven't happened since you've been a vampire. They're new to it. It's more of a case of, do you know if this is a thing that the Sabbat do normally? Like, have you been told of this fact? Would you know what this guy is? And therefore what, like what the reasoning, like you would be, if you can figure it out, you'd be able to infer why your bar was targeted. Or even if it was targeted.
Got you. So you
What,
said intelligence occult and
Yes.
what's the DC on that?
Yeah, I was
Um,
gonna say, what's the DC?
for you, Calvin, I'm gonna say a 7. For no, I'm gonna say for all of you, it's a difficulty 7. So, yeah, no, Calvin, you have no idea. You're just like, man, it was weird. It just a brand new vampire dropped in my bar, trashed the place, killed a bunch of people. It's like he wasn't even
First
in
of all, I
control of
was
himself.
minding my own business.
I was minding my own business, and I was just like serving drinks to the few customers that were there. I was chatting with Victor. Like, it was a calm, quiet night, and then suddenly it wasn't. But Favana and Saris, you both have 2 successes, so you would know the Sabbat. It's not unheard of that they will just grab people and turn them into vampires and give them just enough blood that turns them into a vampire, but not enough to where they are themselves. It's basically they wake up and are immediately in a frenzy and will kill anything that they see until they are either killed or taken down.
So basically, we know that they kind of prime and create, for lack of a better term,
Yeah, they are literally
kamikaze vampire pawns.
Yeah, kamikaze vampire pawns, random civilians that they turn to with the intent that they will likely end up being killed.
Have there been any
I will say based
weird
off of
occurrences, or
I will say based off of
or-
this interaction, you can glean that's what happened to Ray. Also, the term for this type of vampire is a shovelhead.
Gotcha. I guess I would just kind of ask Calvin, have there been any rumors or any weird things going on lately?
Hey God, have there been any weird rumors or things going on lately?
Hey, so you remember that thing that I sent you that you've heard rumors about?
Let me backtrack real quick. My apologies.
Yeah, because, like, given the nature of your thing, I gave you two separate things. The
Nice.
one, yeah, I've given you 2 separate rumors that you probably would have heard. One of them was from Victor, the other is just generally speaking. You might have to scroll really far back. If I have to type it to you again, I will.
I think I found it. Oh, that guy, yeah. Well, I may or may not have heard of a gargoyle running around.
I'm sorry. Did you say gargoyle?
Yeah, if you
Yeah,
guys would like to make an occult roll to another intelligence occult to have an idea of what he's talking about with a gargoyle.
Also, just I might have done an oopsie. So if I got, let's say, 2 dots into a thing, is it just 1d10 plus 2, or am I rolling 2d10?
You're rolling 2d10. The only time you're ever adding anything is an initiative.
Oh, okay. So
Every
yeah, definitely did a
every
whoopsie
other
earlier
roll,
then.
yeah. So all of your other rolls, you're rolling as many, like however many dots you have is how many dice you're rolling.
Okay, so yeah, I definitely did an oopsie earlier, but that's okay. We're here to learn.
Yeah, it's all good. It's all good. This is the first session.
Okay, what
Difficulty?
still what difficulty?
I will give the both of you, considering that you are Tremere, a difficulty 6.
Would I also be rolling just because
Oh,
this is something I was told about, or
You are welcome to roll, but you're gonna have a difficulty 8.
I
Got it,
apparently want to know all the things about the gargoyle
Okay,
stuff.
these
Again.
two have been studying.
same.
They are the best pupils, obviously. They
Yes. I will give Calvin a moment. Or, no, never mind. Because that's what you had rolled for. Or have. Regardless. Anyway. Calvin, have you rolled for this one? I think I'm getting myself confused.
just now, yes. The thing I rolled about earlier and did my whoopsie on was like about Senior Shovelhead and that clan.
Okay, so if you want to roll for the gargoyles, you're welcome to, but that's going to be at a difficulty 8 for you.
So according to the fancy buttons, it technically ended up counting as a failure since there was a 10 and a 1.
Oh, you rolled in the wrong chat. So I didn't see it.
Oh, my bad.
It's okay. I thought I didn't give the dice permission to be in that chat, so I was hoping I could negate that, but it's fine.
Bad dice.
Yeah, it's fine. No, with a 1 and a 10, because you don't have a specialty and you didn't burn a willpower, it's just a flat failure. You don't know what a gargoyle is. You think that the gargoyle is those things that, like, on their sides
Those
of
things
some
on
churches.
top of the building?
Yeah,
Yeah.
buildings and churches and stuff like that. That's what you know 'em. Or maybe you're thinking of the old cartoon. Like, either
I was
one.
really gonna use that cartoon as a point of reference too.
Yeah. It's like, you could be like, I don't know why they're talking about this TV show, but whatever. However, Flavana and Cirrus, depending on how you feel about this, you think back to, like, why the Gangrel don't like you. It's because gargoyles exist because of the Tremere. They grabbed, let's see, what was it? It was the Gangrel, the Nosferatu, and who else?
the Samitsi.
Yeah, so they grabbed the Gangrel, the Nosferatu, and the Samitsi, and then they just kind of shoved them all together in this one big monstrosity and turned them into gargoyles and kind of, like, enslaved them. They're not under the control of the Tremere anymore. They've been freed by this point. And you guys would know this because you rolled high enough. So you've been studying and you remember. So there, if he's saying there's a gargoyle running around, there's, yeah.
That information with the past information about cloaked figure, would my inkling be a little stronger now about who the person under the cloak may
Oh, yeah.
be?
You were suspicious before, and now you're even more suspicious. You're like, oh, well,
Oh goody. Oh my. Oh me. So good this is.
but yeah, the experiment that they did, that the Gangrel, why they don't like the Tremere, and why the Nosferatu don't like the Tremere, and why the Samitsi also don't like the Tremere, is because Tremere forced them all into an experiment and mushed them together into these stone monstrosities and enslaved them for a good long while.
Interesting.
Anyway, Calvin, you got any other weird rumors that have been going about that you'd like to share?
Let me check because when I did my backtracking, I only found one. I might need you to resend the other one to me.
Okay, I can go ahead and resend it to you.
Have we figured out where we're gonna be staying while we're here?
Hold on.
You mean you don't want to save and stay at the Motel 6?
Those curtains wouldn't keep out the. I mean, if you want to get dusted our first day here, sure.
Oh my.
The regent probably would have given you funds to at least get a temporary haven until you can secure something.
Oh, actually.
I'd also like to inform you that apparently local vampires have been going missing.
Did you have the Tremere choose their rituals when they got their
I'm
thaumaturgy in the
gonna
beginning of character
have a
creation?
slight
No, I
eyebrow
forgot
arch
about
and
it.
wonder why
Yeah,
he didn't
for
lead with
each
that.
dot in thaumaturgy they have, they
How-
get to
how
choose
many we
happens
a
talking
ritual
outside-
of the equivalent dot or less.
Wasn't given an exact number,
And there are
and
some
as far as
Tremere
why
rituals
I
that actually
don't
protect
really know
areas
much
from
about. It's like,
sunlight.
what happens outside of my what happens outside my business, I try not to stick my nose too far into.
Also, quick pin. Cirrus,
There.
this is something that I forgot to tell both our Tremere here. For every dot in the thaumaturgy that you have, you can pick one ritual, and there is a ritual that can protect an area from sunlight. I forgot to have you guys go pick those.
We can
Oh,
pick
nice.
one ritual per dot, or like, do rituals have levels or such?
So rituals have levels. You can pick one ritual whose level is equal to or less than the dot in thaumaturgy. So when you guys got your first dot, you would have got a level 1 or lower. Well, there's nothing lower than level 1. And then when you get your second dot, you could choose a level 2 or lower.
And then so on and so forth.
So on and so forth. And that happens every time you upgrade thaumaturgy itself.
So you guys can
Interesting.
mess with that later. That's an oopsie on my end. I forgot all about rituals.
Okay, so we need to find 2 rituals, basically. Cool.
Depending on how many dots you have in thaumaturgy, yeah.
They're Tremere. I'd be
yeah,
surprised if
okay.
they're not at 5.
But I was advised against being a one-trick pony by a mysterious voice from the abyss, just saying.
I know, but I had to be a smart ass. It's part of my nature.
Can't confirm.
I'm also not gonna lie, the kind of getting to that point of the brain is losing much steam.
That's fine. We're getting close to the end time. I don't imagine this on average is going to exceed 3 hours. So,
Also, a quick interjection for the boss. The prince would be knowledgeable of certain motels that are run by vampiric clientele for vampiric clientele, and would probably have pointed you in the direction of a vampire-friendly hotel, where they would have the appropriate level of tinting on windows and extra thick curtains and stuff like that.
Sounds good.
Good to know.
You,
You know, there is something that's been on my
I don't
mind for a
think-
while now. Oops, sorry, I
Okay.
didn't mean to cut you off.
not good.
So, I kind of overheard the two of you talking about proving yourselves, and I just can't help but wonder, what the fuck is up with that?
Yeah, well. The thing is, we're trying to establish a chantry here. And you know, there are obvious reasons, I suppose, why the prince would not necessarily trust us.
You know that
Uh,
term, the sins of the father and that kind of jazz? We're being blamed for something that happened way before our time.
yeah. So, like, I don't think
That
either
messy
of us chose
business.
this bullshit. But, this is the hands we were dealt. And, yeah, so, gonna be a bit of an uphill battle. So, that's how we got stuck with you, lad, I suppose. Right now? But that's kind of it in a nutshell, I think. How about you? How did you come to this area?
How'd I end up in this part of Texas, you mean? Or
Yeah.
how'd I end up? Okay. So, with that, moved here not long after my parents got divorced, so, of course, that's always a messy ordeal. But, pretty simple as that. Parents got divorced when I was younger, and afterwards, my mom decided to move from New York to here.
Nice. Do you like the area?
Did I like the? You know what? Let's see. I did up until this mess occurred. Yeah.
That's fair. I mean, doesn't sound like it's been a good day.
It hasn't. It started fine, but there's people that aren't going to be going home tonight, and that happened under my roof.
Girl, it's not your fault. But, I understand how you feel about things. What, how much, we've been walking a bit. How much further we got?
Hey God, how much further we got?
I'll say that you guys are about there now. And before that, we're going to swap over and give Abby and Ray some screen time to do little chatty chat.
I would
Yeah.
say at this point, they're kind of near her apartment. Like, they're just about, like, one left and two rights to her apartment.
Not really looking at Ray, but still holding her arm so that Ray can't accidentally get away. There's a little bit of excitement in Abby's like, man, this is going to be the first time in like forever I've legally been inside a building.
Ray points out certain areas, and she just goes, "Don't go down that way. There's a homeless person down that way. He will throw a glass bottle at you."
Fred? Yeah, I know Fred.
Yeah, Fred is that one weird guy we both know, huh?
I mean, everyone knows Fred. He's usually the one outside with the sign saying the end is near.
Yeah, I never really got that part from him. But also, don't go down that very bright neon pink one. Don't go near that one at all. That one goes to the weird part of Houston.
I mean, it's only weird if it's weird to you. People do people things. Sometimes I watch them to remember what people things are.
Well, here's the thing with why I'm pointing down at that one. Sometimes some weird man and woman come out here sometimes and, enjoy their alone time near a dumpster.
Well, exactly. Sometimes people do people things. And then I watch them because I can't remember what people things are.
I can't say really anything because I prefer crows over people.
Ooh, I like birds too.
Birds fly away. They are all the fun.
Birds
But,
like me.
Ray and Abby do manage to get to her apartment and open the door. And there is little to nothing in her apartment. She just brand new, obviously moved in.
Is there a TV?
The TV and the couch were probably the first three things, along with the table set up, because she was more or less just more concerned.
Abby
about
immediately beelines to the couch, grabs the remote. So, I mean, this is your place. You obviously know where your shower is, and I sure hope you know where your clothes are. Get cleaned up, get ready. We gotta burn all of your old stuff. And I'm gonna watch TV. And she clicks the TV on and sits on the couch, and you kind of hear, eh.
Ray does try to open a few boxes before she heads into the shower, trying to find some clothes. And Abby will see that there is one picture. One picture she will be saving later, hiding amongst other clothing. It's a picture of her and another man holding one another. Man is obviously centuries, or even, well, to Abby, is centuries of years old. She hides that amongst her clothes and gets a towel, goes to head to the shower, and just gets ready while they watch TV.
Yeah, Abby is just vigorously flipping through channels until she finds the cartoons. And then will be absolutely distracted until you come and get her.
Ray does come back with new clothes. She looks a lot more cleaner. She has her hair up in a towel so it can dry faster. And she gets this small little book bag that's seen wear and tear and obviously better days. And she sticks extra clothes in there, along with some human stuff that she knows can't be burned. They hold too much sentimental value to her. And then she goes to Abby with the backpack on her back, stating, "Okay, Abby, I'm ready to go."
Man, you know how good it is to actually sit on the couch and watch TV and not hide in the corner and watch other people watching TV? It's a new experience for me. Anyway, alright, where's your messed up clothes? We need to burn those.
Oh, I did a huge deep clean, so the only real other clothes I'd have would be fancy dresses.
Well, I mean, we only just need to burn the ruin once. Like, everything else is fine. Like, I hope you didn't mean, like, we're burning the entire apartment. No. We just have to get rid of the bloodstained evidence.
Oh, I washed the blood out of them, and I was thinking about sewing them back together, making it look like a small little backdrop for the hoodie.
Maybe, possibly. Alright, put it on the maybe list. I really should burn it. Like, that's evidence? Like, people homicide, right? Like, there's a couple of bodies out there. We don't need the cops coming to your door.
You can burn the pants, though. I can't ever wash the blood out of pants.
Look, put it all in a bag. I'll take it with me. I'll take care of it. Problem solved. Okay?
Ray does take a huge deep breath and then goes into
I'm assuming you don't need
the bathroom, gets all the clothes that were ruined, and then just holds it. It's in a very dark bag, so obviously the clothes were not going to be seen through it.
Perfect. And Abby reaches out and grabs the bag and turns around as she fiddles with something under the cloak, making sure that you can't see it. And then once the bag has disappeared under the cloak, she turns back around. All right, now we are expected at the public venue. Now we have to go. All right, let's go.
With that, I will say you guys all make your way to the bar. You guys show up maybe 10, 15 minutes after the other three. And we will pick up from there next week.
I like this. It was very much fun.
I'm glad you had fun. Did everybody
All right.
enjoy their first session of Vampire the Masquerade?
Yes.
I have
I'm
two.
still adjusting to push talk, but I had a good time. Gonna take me a little bit of time to like really get adjusted to being in a new RPG group, but I'm having fun. I'm slipping into things in my own time. I phrased that terribly.
You're good. I know what you mean. This is the first time I've tried to run a tabletop game in almost a decade. And the last time I did that was D&D, and that one didn't end super well. So I've been very nervous, but also very excited about this one. And I hope that you guys will continue to enjoy. I had fun running this and getting to know your characters with you and watching all the potential relationships unfold.
Yeah, I can't
I was
wait till
gonna
you
say
guys
sketchy.
get to meet Abby. I mean, you've met her, but I mean to meet Abby.
Meet Abby. I was gonna say sketchy for your character. I feel like you worded that perfectly. I think.
You know what? It's because of the character I'm playing, yes.
I mean, I love it so far a lot more than I thought I would. I thought it would be a lot more awkward because I've never done TTRPG or any RPG of any type. So I'm still trying to figure out like the ebb and flow of things.
Honestly,
But yeah, so far so good.
it feels like you're picking up on it pretty quickly. Your improv is very good.
Look, I wasn't worried about any of these people. We're all people who professionally pretend to be other things.
Yeah,
Right.
we're all VTubers. We're all role-playing all
Yeah,
the time.
2 years of doing all this has made this like at least feasibly possible. I feel like.
How about you, Jay?
I
You've been
just
quiet.
want the
Have you enjoyed?
VTubers to know in this room, the one non-VTuber still tilted to look towards chat and said, "Can you believe these people?"
Get a load
You
of this
should-
guy.
No, we're here.
Yeah, look, get your own
Hey,
VTuber
yo,
as your
believe this
character,
shit.
and then you can do that.
Yeah, I'm the
Yeah.
along with Jay here. I'm the only one who doesn't have like their personification and streams on the screen.
I mean, I don't think Jay streams. Like at all.
You are correct, madam.
I
I, do
mean-
not. Did not. Now I have. You. Oh, my stream card has been taken.
There you go. Oh my.
Look, you ever make a Twitch account that you want to start streaming on, let me know, and I'll update the thing to have your Twitch username.
Your first time was
There
amazing.
you go. Exactly. Be me a cigarette.
Speaking of first times, I can't wait to teach Ray how to feed.
Yeah?
Oh my.
Would be a very interesting motif. All like I can
No,
see
let
it
Cal
now.
do it. Just let Cal teach. It's like, first you're gonna look them right in their eyes and
Gonna flirt with them a
Seduce
little
them.
bit, make them feel comfortable.
Put
Yeah.
on the Marvin Gaye music in the background.
Calvin's just like, seduce him, Abby. No.
So,
Pink
like,
and
Abby's
sippy
an
cup.
ambush feeder. So like Abby's just like, so you creep out of the shadows very slowly, and you grab them, and with your sheer brute strength, they can't run away. And then you bite them, and then they don't run away. And then you take a little bit, gotta make sure the pulse is good, and then you let go, tap them on the shoulder and said, thank you, and then walk away.
Man, I wouldn't be surprised if that exact description ended up giving Ray PTSD. Because that's how she was turned.
The last thing she heard was
Post-traumatic
somebody
disorder?
saying thank you. Post-traumatic
She beat me to it.
disorder.
That might get her into like a shock if she does that, and Calvin would probably be like, "I'm gonna take over that part."
Hey,
And this is why
seems
I
like
just
you're
get
scaring the new
blood
one.
packs.
It's like, you know, let me handle it. All right, because apparently, don't worry, I'm social. I got you.
Oh my goodness. Wow.
Cal
Now my
explaining how to
brain
feed
also
sounds
goes-
like a completely different type of talk.
My brain also goes to if Cal and Ray were in a separate room, and Abby's just like looking over through like a slit in
If
the
you-
door, just making sure
I tell
Cal
ya.
doesn't take them the wrong way.
Oh boy, I can't wait till you
If,
guys find out that Abby doesn't actually have to open doors to know everything that's going on in the building.
Nice.
Oh yeah. How's
I
Sirius
actually
handling
likes
that
to watch.
information that he's figured out?
About Abby knowing where the bar is in
No,
the
no.
first place.
Not Calvin, Sirius. I want to know how Sirius is handling the information he has learned. Which, actually, before...
It's completely reasonable why she, hates our guts upon meeting us right away, and it's gonna be a long, hard road to fix any of that.
Yeah.
She doesn't hate you guys, she just doesn't trust you because she doesn't know you.
I'm pretty sure the only reason she even gave me the benefit of the doubt was because of the synchronicity merit I have that makes me just a hint more trustworthy.
No, it's supposed to be because the prince said to hear you guys out.
Yeah. Which, speaking
man
of,
who
I
let
almost
me live
completely
in my
forgot my
delusion.
own ruling of stuff. So as always, we're gonna go through the XP. We get 1 because you all showed up and I got to see all your beautiful PNG and 1 animated faces. And 2, you guys did wonderful on the roleplay, all of you. So that's another XP point. And now I'm gonna go through one by one, and you guys are gonna tell me either a character growth that your character may or may not have experienced, or something that they learned. So, Ray, you go first.
Wow, putting me on the spot there as soon as I'm like getting paper out. Gosh darn.
Oh, don't worry. In the future, I'll be like doing this in different orders. This is just convenient
don't
for the
worry.
first session.
But I know well enough that Ray has incidentally learned that no matter what, there's going to be obviously someone there to help her, and there's going to be people that she can trust and like point and jab at out of fun. But she also knows absolutely that there's needing to be occasions where she needs to be quiet.
Alright, you can give her 1 XP for, also for the fact that she has learned that the entire supernatural world it actually exists. But there's 1 XP for Ray, so you have 3 total. Calvin! Tell me, what did you learn today, and or what was a character growth moment for you?
So, I as a player have this picked up at the moment, but Calvin as a character hasn't picked it up yet. Do you still want me to go through that then?
I mean, I'm curious.
Adjusting to people who aren't either the typical patrons that he has going into the bar. Because like he's used to people that are either customers, co-workers, or more so part of the clan. So he's more so adjusted to being like around artisans and like socialites. He's gonna have to adjust to people that aren't brown nosers at the very surface.
What is something that you think he's learned through all of this? What is something you think he's learned through all this? I know he's learned something.
Learning that it is a very real thing that not everyone is going to have a pleasant transition where they already have someone holding their hand from the start. So it's kind of like witnessing that, where it's like that is how someone else started. So kind of learning that he was very lucky in how he was turned.
Oh yeah, no. Whenever I said, or when the prince said that there were more elegant ways to be turned, Calvin got the more elegant way. His was way more peaceful,
Yeah, it's like
much less
it's like,
traumatic.
oh, yeah, like he's still trying to figure out, like, how do I address this especially new person, because the way they're getting introduced to things is a lot worse, and at the same time, with that level of trauma, it's like he's still trying to get a read on everybody. It's like, okay, this person went through a very traumatic experience, but at the moment they seem to be taking it well. So how do I handle this person who had such a rough go at it from the rip?
Fair, fair. All right, Abby, tell me, what is either a character growth moment or something that she has learned today? Which, by the way, you get 1 XP, Calvin. So 3 total.
Yay.
So Abby learned that her life is going to get much, much, much effing harder because now she's being ordered to hang out with red wizards and go into public places. And despite being probably the most courageous person in this party, she's terrified of all of this. And also has to officially train in neonate, and it's just like, but I punch things. I don't educate. I hurt.
And yet, you're the only one that he trusts of this little group that he's like, look, I think that you are the most likely to be able to share things and not screw this over.
But they're red wizards in my face!
Also, maybe he's just trying to make sure you finally have a coterie and get to socialize with people other than the bully boys.
The bully boys are her friends! They fight frequently to test their strength.
At least Abby has somebody who's kind of like herself.
Exactly. But yeah, no, Abby, that's a 3rd XP point. It would, Duran, it would indeed be very interesting to see a vampire hunter in a group of vampires. Probably not going to happen, though. Bhavana, what is something that you have learned and or a character growth moment?
Well, I would say character growth wise, I think Favana came into this with a modicum of knowing that this was going to be an uphill battle. But I don't think they've realized that it's going to be as uphill a battle as they realized. In addition to that, I guess kind of about a character growth. You would think that, or not think that, I would say that for reasons probably beknownst to you and I, but maybe not so much the others, I feel like Favana is probably going to be feeling a little, what's the word I'm looking for? Sensitive to what has happened to Ray, given the nature of things.
Yeah, am I sensing a little bit of empathy here?
Yeah. To a little degree.
Like gasp.
So I feel like that would probably be one thing and one takeaway from today with things. We'll have to see how that plays out.
You know what? since you gave me both a character growth and also something that she learned, I'll give you an extra one. You can have 4. You can have 4 XP.
Ooh.
You get an extra cookie.
Awesome. Thank you.
Yeah. I
I'll
mean,
take
you
the
don't
extra cookies.
you don't have to do both, but if you can do both, I'll give you an XP for both.
Yeah, I'll take a look. Thank you.
That being said,
Whoever
don't feel
denies-
pressured. You're not always going to necessarily have either character growth or learn something new. So if you can't think of anything in the future, that's totally fine. You still get the other 2 base. But Cirrus, now it's your turn. What is something that your character has learned and or a character growth moment?
For the starting point, I've learned it definitely. It considering it was a gangrel, it didn't seem like we'd be walking into an easy situation, but it also. I figured we'd come in, we'd do some smoozing, just I don't know, just be nice, bat pretty eyes. My friend would do the smart stuff, and maybe we get lucky. And now we're dealing with a very nasty mess that we have no clue what's going on, and we're helping a newborn and a gargoyle help teach a newborn how to be a newborn.
So yeah, this is just all things that he's learned.
It's mostly just, I feel like, I thought it'd be like, hey, we're gonna go on vacation, set up a new holiday home for the family, and now it's, here's 62 neuroses for you, have fun, my friend. And I'm like, thank you, doctor, may I have another?
Oh man, so he went into this thinking that this was going to be easy. Maybe like a little bit of difficulty because you would have to like sweet talk the prince, but you didn't realize how much the prince hated you guys and was just going to make you work for it.
It's the whole, we're young, we're new, still learning how much everybody goes, oh, you're those people.
I mean, to be fair, I might be playing it up a little bit more than I need to, but yeah, pretty much.
I mean, to be fair,
Oh, I thought it
what
was
I know out game about our people, you're not wrong.
Yeah, I'm just going based off of what I know. I don't have a whole lot of experience with like canon VCM lore, so I'm figuring this out as I go too.
I mean, you're pretty close, especially in a city run by a gangrel. Most of the people here are not going to trust Tremere, period.
Yeah, that's fair. But yeah, so I'll give you an XP for that. I'm glad that he has. You know what? Should I consider that a character growth moment as well? I feel like that's a character growth moment because he's realizing, oh man, I knew that people didn't care for us, but I didn't realize we were hated that much.
It went from thinking like, oh, you're that guy I don't like working with, to, oh, I don't want to even invite him to anything ever.
You were like, oh, so this is what racism feels like.
You're the ones not invited to the cookout.
Exactly. Yeah, sure. I'll give you a second
We're the
bonus.
ones that always bring the weird dip that no one likes, but they never invite us.
Oh, you guys make the potato salad with the raisins in it.
The
Ew.
Jello mold that doesn't
yeah.
have what you normally put in a Jello mold.
Wait, is that a thing? Raisins
the
and
Jello
potato
mold is
salad?
fine.
I have had people make chicken salad with craisins. I have had potato salad with watermelon in it. White people are weird.
I have seen a picture of a pizza with bubblegum, bananas, and kiwis.
Ugh.
Depending on
I
what the
actually-
crust is, if it was like a dessert one, that might not be terrible.
No, it was
Mentioning the watermelon?
tomato sauce, all the other things, like actual, like seasoned to be a real pizza, not a dessert, an actual pizza.
Mentioning the watermelon, I have seen the pictures of the pizza watermelon where they take the slices and they make it look like pizza slices,
With the cheese
and then
and
they
the
put
pepperoni.
feta and a whole bunch of other fruit on it, and they're like, it's
Wow.
healthy pizza.
I hate that immediately.
Yeah, I'm a
Yep.
hard pass. Like I pride myself in the fact that I will try almost anything once. The keyword here is almost.
Here's the thing,
Especially when it comes to
I would
food.
try that because it sounds like a good fruit salad. But if you put that in front of me and call it pizza, I will fucking stab you. Like, don't tell me that's pizza and hand that to me. I'm gonna
It's
think of a whole
give
different thing and
me-
be very
I feel
angry
like
at you.
it's a vegetarian or vegan fad. I feel of just we have to call it meat something, even though it's not that something. Then it's just to generate to look. I made buffalo chicken.
True.
You shredded up cauliflower and put cumin on it. There's not even buffalo sauce there. What are you talking about?
Oh yeah. Now I'm hungry.
Would you like a cookie doll?
Eats, but that.
Honestly, same. I haven't
Oh, ooh.
eaten tonight.
Y'all eat before the thing. Or even like me, do it
I
kind
did
of
eat
during.
before.
Wait, okay, look, I was,
just
but the soup wasn't ready yet.
Actually, you know what's worse?
I would have given you a
I
moment
ate
to go
before
get some.
and during.
Okay, you know what? Fine. As long as you ate.
I ate a cheese stick.
Oh my gosh,
I'm still
no!
hungry.
A cheese stick is not enough!
Alright, chat.
No.
Chat, I'm just putting it out there.
Cheese
Spooter
stick
is
is a good
basically the
start to
mom of a
girl
bunch
dinner.
of kids who don't take care of themselves right now. That's what's going on here, chat.
I always
Look.
default into being the mom of the group, and I don't always understand why, but at the same time I do. And it's sad, because I'm equally
Which
not
is
great at taking care of myself.
hilarious, because I take care of her.
Listen, there's
Yeah.
at least 2 people in the STEM field, so you gotta understand. Between the 2 people in the STEM fields, at the least, you got doubled up on people that do not take care of themselves physically as much as they should.
I
take care of all of you. Raziel takes care of me. That's how this works.
Am I gonna have to start every game session with, did you guys fucking eat tonight?
Did
I'll
you
join you
drink
on that.
water?
No.
I showed up marginally late because I was getting the noms. I request no judgment on myself, please.
Am I gonna have to randomly throughout the session
quiet,
stop
Lar.
and go, everybody hydrate?
Go through everyone's streams
That
and
is
do the
true.
hydrate regime.
I had a liquid.
Joke's on you, I don't have a
Oh
button
god,
for
mine
that.
will show up.
Which, speaking of,
Look,
we'll go through one more time. Yes. I'm kind of surprised I didn't see that during the stream, though then again I could have been looking away when it happened. But we'll go through one more time. We did it in the beginning, but I know some people ended up joining in late. We'll go through and introduce ourselves one more time. So once again, hi everybody and everyone else's streams. I'm Pink Spooter. I have been the storyteller for this here game. I really hope you guys enjoyed it. You can find me on Twitch and Blue Sky. Those are the main 2 places that I post. I do have a YouTube, which I will be uploading this onto under the same name. Just look up Huston by Night or look up Pink Spooter. I'm going to try to make a thumbnail sometime this weekend to try to get it up each week. But yeah, we'll be doing this hopefully every Thursday at 7:30 p.m. EST, 8 at the latest, depending on how things go and how much scuff we're dealing with. How much of Pyrrha's minion is wanting to sabotage this a little bit.
yeah, I'm gonna yell at her.
As you should.
Get your daughter.
Ray, go ahead. Tell us about your character and yourself and
Hold
where
on.
people can find you.
Hold on. Scuff is yelling at people.
See to go your daughter again.
Oh, welcome
Yeah, it looks
in.
like she was just raided.
Yeah, I just got a raid. Hold on. People won't be able to hear you.
Oh my god, I just heard myself. Is that
Alright,
how
there we
deep
go.
my voice is?
Yes, Senor Elvin.
Thank you for the raid. But people can hear now.
Hello. As Spooter was starting to introduce, I am Luby to Eat. You can find me.
Oh, Ludi, your mic is all funky.
Hold on, I shall return in a little bit.
Alrighty. For now, we'll move on to Sketchy over here. Sketchy Art Demon. Introduce yourself while we figure out what Ray figures things out.
So, hi everybody, I'm Sketchy Art Demon. You can find me on Twitch, Instagram, and TikTok with the same tag with an underscore in between each of those words. I'm also on Twitter at sketchy_demon. And I have a YouTube channel, which is just Sketchy Art Demon without the underscores. However, I have nothing uploaded to it yet. I am hopefully going to be fixing that in 2025. I like to draw, I like to play games, and I also like to dabble a bit in tabletop RPGs like this one.
All right, Ray, let's give this another shot.
Hello, I'm Looney Tooney.
Much
You
better.
can find me here on Twitch, and the character I am being, as you see, as the name below, her name is Ray. She's the traumatized child of the group in terms of vampire years, and you can find me by the name Looney Tooney. You don't need to add the 8s. On Blue Sky. Normally, I am also known as Looney Toon Lagoon.
Beautiful, beautiful. All right, Pyrrha, your turn.
Hold on. There we go. My foot pedal didn't work. It wasn't footing.
All good.
Hi. I am Pyrrha. You can find me on Twitch, of course, because we're here. Also, I think TikTok, Blue Sky, they're all Parates. You can see the name down the bottom. Also, yeah, I do have a YouTube, but I've conveniently forgotten what it is. It's somewhere in the links. It's Pyrrha's Clips, I think. I always put an S in there, and it's not. Anyway, I have playing
Bulvana, who is turning out to be a sarcastic asshole so far. Can't imagine where I'm getting that source material from.
But anyway, yeah. So that's me. Hi.
Which, by the way, because I forgot to say, it's one of the reasons why I was initially saying it, like, going through this, and then I totally forgot. But go follow Sketchy. He's so close to being an affiliate. How many more followers do you need to become affiliate?
Go do it.
As of now, I only need 2. I'm at 48 at the moment.
And you need 50
Very
total?
happy about that. Yes. Granted, there's also like the other parameters to meet, but those are things I can cover pretty easily just by doing this more often. And since we're all in the same squad, that means that at the very least I will be streaming on Thursdays.
Yeah, we'll all be doing this every Thursday. Go follow him. He's great. As you can hear, his voice is very smooth and nice to listen to. So at the very least, it's nice to have on in the background. So go watch him. Go follow. Support. He's wonderful. Everyone here is wonderful. Follow everybody. But especially Sketchy right now. Get him to affiliate.
I
To
don't know what
follow
happened. Scott was
away.
yelling.
Follow!
Alright, Raz, go ahead. Introduce yourself and characters and anything you would like the people to know.
I am Raziel. I play Abby. And I feel like I've been doing a good job of making her seem very shy, nervous, and adorable. Because that's what I'm going for. Yeah. I haven't streamed in ages. Maybe I'll get back to it. I don't have the brain capacity to dedicate. But yeah, that's about it for me. I follow other people on social media. I don't usually get other people to follow me.
I would say not having a brain never kept me from streaming. So you should do it.
Okay, my other great flaw is I have a hard time finishing games. Because I'll get a part way through and then I'll go, ooh, piece of candy, and then forget that I was ever playing that game.
Have you watched my streams?
You made a lot of progress at Factorio, okay?
Also, Han, that's why
Yeah,
you
I
play
haven't played
mostly
it since I
one-off
got
games rather
space.
than long story-driven ones. Just fun, silly, goofy games.
We'll do collabs together and never finish anything. It'll be fine. Like,
You got him giggling.
I'm sure the fan bases would love that. Hey, how did that other game end? What other game? What ending?
What game are you talking
It'll be a new
about?
collab group. Unfinished business.
Dude, we should get a good chunk of us together and play Baldur's Gate.
Oh my gosh, yes!
Yeah, you know how many
I bought it
unfinished
just
playthroughs
to
of
play
that?
it.
I've beaten that at least once, and I'm proud of myself
Spooner,
for
we
it.
still need to do a collaboration of that when
Yes.
it becomes crossplay.
Or when you get a
Yeah, I
computer,
bought it
whichever
just to
comes
play.
first.
Yeah, whichever one comes first.
Ooh.
Yes.
Yeah, I can't wait for the new update to drop because I am absolutely going to play the shit out of my favorite wizard subclass, and I'm so glad it's becoming official.
I really want to play with the sorcerer. But yeah.
Now my brain's going to a Baldur's Gate stream of this entire group. Not gonna lie.
It would be so fun and chaotic, and probably we wouldn't get anything done.
Spooner would just be like, okay, you guys go over here, you guys go over there, let's go. ADHD, nothing gets done. What we were supposed to originally do. People manage to somehow progress the story.
I was about to get to him to have him end up giving his
I don't-
goodbyes.
Yeah,
Yeah,
but
no.
when Jay starts getting tired, he starts getting tired.
Well, that was
It's a-
Jay. He was playing Cyrus, our other Tremere. I mean, at the very least, he doesn't have his own streaming stuff either, so there's not a lot of social media to shout out. But, like, still. I feel bad. We got
I
on
feel
a
like
tangent.
their character had a lot of hope until I opened my mouth.
Yeah, I was getting the descriptions from him, from like what his character's like, how he imagines his personality, and then I'm sitting here with the knowledge of how you've described your character. I'm like, oh,
Don't worry,
they're
people, next
so
stream,
I haven't even
they're
given
so
anything away
opposite.
yet.
No, you
Next
haven't,
stream-
but
Y'all
like,
don't even know.
you guys are so polar opposites.
Like,
Like literally, you're
hopefully
both the
next
same
stream we'll be able
clan,
to
so
come in
literally
with the
two sides
physical
of the same
description.
coin.
Ooh, good
Oh
point.
yeah.
Yeah, I can't wait to finally describe Abby. Like, I have a whole, like, massive paragraph of description for what she looks like.
He does. I've read it.
My girl's just plain Jay in her eyes. The only real unique, quote-unquote, thing about her would be her eyes. Because her eyes are dark blue, like dark green outside, but a very bright blue inner rim.
Nice.
Does that mean that Cal showed up best dressed for this occasion?
Yep. Absolutely. But like,
You know, fair.
but like that's pretty normal for the Toreador. They're always the best dressed. Maybe the
can
Ventru as
imagine.
well, because you know they're usually all businessy and like 1%ers and stuff. So like they'll probably also be pretty well dressed. But like the Toreador are pretty guaranteed most of the time.
A
I'm-
wise Toreador
I'm
once
pretty
told me,
sure.
do it with style or don't do it at all.
Yeah.
There you go.
And I took that literally.
I'm pretty sure Flavana showed up to meet the prince in like jeans and a t-shirt. At least it wasn't the normal go-to t-shirt. It was the fancy t-shirt. It was the one with the
With
I
the
can't
fake
even say
tuxedo on
doesn't
it.
have holes.
The one that
Just has
doesn't
the
have
least
any
number.
phallic or like curse words on it. That
Yeah,
it's not that
exactly.
shirt. It's the one
It's got
that's
the
either
minimum
blank.
amount of like grease stains on it from just like, you know,
You sure? Because I think I
working
found the
on random
perfect
things.
example.
My girl's little hoodie, the one it has on the sprite, is for our goddess, for our hold on, for our saviors, gods, and goddesses. Please shut the fuck up.
Don't worry, you'll never see that hoodie again.
I mean, at least she didn't show up in like this. Oh yeah, that one. I know which one you were talking about.
Man, I can't wait to get the chance to describe what Abby wears.
gonna be fun.
I'm now seeing Calvin. I'm not kidding you. Just judging how Ray, when getting into the Grendel personality, like slowly getting used to the lifestyle, she wears probably more furs than clothing. And Cal's just like
Honestly,
internally screaming in the background, being like, "I could make you so much better!
listen
Please!"
and listen, honey. Anything's better than the blood-soaked hoodie, but we can work. We can work with this. We can make something absolutely magnificent out of this.
I was trying to work through my head how we had arrived at the prince's place. Because I was thinking, like, did we come in a car? Or did we not? Because I was
Handcuffs
totally
with a
gonna
burlap
say,
sack.
like, at one point. Yeah, I was totally gonna say at one point, just like out of pocket, like, just go get the duct tape out of the car and we'll patch it up. Let's go. You know? Like, but then I was like, I don't know if that's gonna work.
I don't know if you would have had duct tape, but like there was probably a ghoul that the regent sent with you to drive you here. We never established what city y'all were from initially. It doesn't have to be
Yeah.
very far, but possibly far enough that would have been in the daytime. So during that time, you probably would have been stuffed in the trunk.
Yeah.
They do have tint strong enough to withstand daylight.
That is fair.
I figured that, you know, I'm definitely a girl that walks around with a backpack versus a purse. And I just have random shit in there, like duct tape. For reasons.
For reasons.
You never know when you'll need duct tape.
We're going to get into a combat
good.
situation, and it's gonna be like dealing with Moonlight. Random bullshit. Go.
Backpack.
You have no idea.
Gonna go Dora the
And
Explorer
that was
on
bacon.
this.
All I can now imagine is Olga looking at the aged backpack Ray will be carrying into the bar, and she'll just be shaking her head, being like, "Yeah, we got another backpack person here. Random bullshit, go."
10 pounds of bacon for breakfast. Serving size 10 pounds. I gotta get up early enough tomorrow to make my bacon. I get a whole bunch of bacon.
Bacon.
Gives me a reason to go to bed early now. Or eat the bacon now.
And now you've got a day to look forward to because we're doing this every Thursday.
Yeah! I'm actually holding my hands up correctly, but there we go. Yeah!
Yay! I'm gonna be swapping back and forth between this Halloween one because it's too perfect for this and my normal one on stream.
I might cook something up. Maybe.
I am contemplating so that when I change and go in and out of character, it actually changes the character. I think I can do it, but we'll have to see if it kills everything.
Honestly, if you can, that would be so fun. So when you're in character, you're using your character model, and then whenever you're talking out of character, it's just you.
I might draw Ray with that fur outfit I thought of before at one point in time, but I'm definitely going to be changing the hoodie she's probably in. Like, give her a revamp other than just what I have her currently as, because that was just a rush job.
I mean, and you could still use that hoodie for it because I like the saying, and I feel bad that like it's a ruined hoodie, but
You also have to realize there's also a ruined shirt underneath it and a ruined bra.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Hot dog shirt for the character, of course.
You could filter through a few different outfits and like just be like, which one do I feel like putting her in today?
Yeah, right? Well, I do have the two already, also.
Yeah.
It also, drawing her... I'm now thinking of how she would be the first night she's probably gonna... Well, not really first quote-unquote night, more or less day. Because now my brain is going to... She will probably have, like, very vivid PTSD nightmares.
Yeah. If you would like, we can talk about giving you the Nightmares Flaw.
We could try and see about that part, but now my brain also goes to
And, like,
you
I'll
sees
offer you a little bit of bonus XP if you want to take that flaw, because I'm pretty sure it's a fairly expensive flaw. I'd have to look for it again.
No, I think it's only like 1, maybe 2 points.
Well, I'll help out with that part, but my brain also thinks of this interesting concept that she doesn't see the beast as a part of her. She sees it as a part, like something different. So she might see it as a copy of herself in front of her, but it's just like void, black. She cannot identify herself with it, just only a silhouette.
I mean, that's probably true for depending on the vampire, because when the beast takes over, you're not you. You're not in control. It's just this monster that only wants blood.
Like, my brain kind of went to, if she looks herself in the mirror...
No, Nightmares is only a 1-point flaw.
slowly.
Okay.
Like, she can see it slowly, like, trying to get for her neck. When she's, like, brand new, she sees herself in the mirror and she sees its claws trying to go for its neck.
Yeah. So, yeah, if you wanted to take the Nightmares Flaw, it's only a 1-point flaw, so I am willing to give you an extra XP point for taking it, if you really wanted to.
We'll talk about how I think the nightmares might go for something.
I'm still gonna call it post-traumatic suck disorder.
Post-traumatic suck disorder? Oh my gosh. It still fits in the acronym. Still PTSD.
Like pure terror around Pulva now. I'm making sure definitely after the PTSD.
I mean, here's the description of the Nightmares Flaw. Do you experience horrendous nightmares every time you sleep, and memories of them haunt you during your waking hours? Upon waking, you must make a willpower roll, difficulty 7, or lose a die on all actions for the night. A botched willpower roll indicates that when awake, you still believe that you're locked in a nightmare.
Oh, hello, Arta. Hello. I see you reading. Hello.
Nope, we'll give Pyrrha a moment.
Hi, I'm back.
Welcome
Thank
back.
you for the read. Welcome in.
You're getting all the raids tonight. And it's like at the end of our little session, too.
And that's sad. We're gonna have to tell them to go off and watch the YouTube video when it occurs, or wait for the next Thursday.
Yeah.
Well, at least as far as Pyrrha goes, she
miss
can.
the first session.
Yeah.
But we will have the VODs and the YouTube up.
I'll at the very least be uploading them over onto my YouTube. I might end up adding the YouTube channel name under my thing. There's the room for it. Just so people can find it. But yeah, this weekend I'll work on the thumbnail and I'll probably upload it on Wednesday so people can watch it the day before the new session starts and get caught up.
Yeah, it might be a good idea. But to also bring something that I thought would be, not thought would be, that I saw that was kind of interesting, being quite honest, is I'm very intrigued by how Pulva would have felt empathy for how Ray was. I don't know how it would be. I don't want you to spoil anything, but I'm actually kind of shocked. Like, not being rude or anything. I'm sorry.
No, you're good. No, I'm excited to see where this goes. Even if this itself doesn't, like, grow very much, I'm still excited to see where this goes because I'm having... The first session was fun, and I'm excited to see how the rest of this goes. I just need to sit down and plan more things in detail, which is another reason why I wanted to go ahead and end it. So I was like, all right, I don't know where to take them next. So we're going to do this. I didn't plan for this part of it yet. Not properly, anyway.
Hopefully we gave you new ideas.
Yeah, we definitely probably did at this point. But my brain also kind of goes to how, like, obviously, they're all going to be looking at Ray with, like, a new light, obviously, because she's like, they're like, fuck. We didn't expect a newbie to come into our quarters today. Fuck.
Yeah,
Can't
but
tell
now
if this
you've you've been very ungracefully thrust onto all of them because even though I gave the prince a decent charisma, it's still not his best stat, and because that's not how he got into power.
He got smart. Also a little bit of hardcore strength, but mainly the smart.
And
No,
we'll find out more about that
it's
next
mostly
time.
the strength.
Whoa.
So yeah. Anyway, he just kind of was just like, here, you want to prove yourselves? Fine, here's your chance. Also, I need to figure out what to do with you. You're tied to this in some way, so you can help.
Bully,
Yeah.
you're in charge of the new one. Bartender, you're in charge of the other two.
Well, and at the very
Perfect
least,
timing.
he's not fully intending for Calvin to like full on go in on the investigation of everything. It's just his place was attacked and figures they can go over any information, maybe talk to Victor if the vampire that's been knocked out is still there or not, potentially ask him questions. Like, there's a lot of things that you could possibly do. That being said, Victor and that vampire are probably not there. I will say once you arrived, it's surprising how fast everything got cleaned up. There's no bodies, no blood, and the broken table is gone. And no cops.
No munchies left. That.
So, like, other than the missing table, it's kind of like it never happened.
Called in
Yeah,
the clean
my
team.
brain is
Oh, yeah.
definitely going to.
They exist.
Gratefully now.
They got, and the clean team, it always involves this one guy who's just starving and licks all the blood off the floor. It's kind of disturbing but hilarious at the same time. Like, you guys remember that episode of SpongeBob where Squidward had a Krabby Patty for the first time? It looks like that. Guy's on the ground going, hey, hey.
See,
That
well,
sounds
I
like
know
the guy-
exactly which episode you're talking about. I was also thinking the bubble in Digital Circus.
Oh yeah.
Okay, that is also a perfect one.
Yeah, yeah,
Ow.
yeah.
Ow. Why are you like this?
Yeah.
I feel like that guy. I feel like that guy would overhear patrons in your bar talking about finger sandwiches and get super excited and then disappointed.
He thought they meant actual fingers.
Exactly.
Finger food? Don't mind if it. Oh, you didn't actually mean fingers.
Oh.
I thought we were
Oh,
going to be
we don't
eating
do that here. I don't know what bars you've been doing, but we don't do that here.
Oh god. Ray just asking Calvin for water because she doesn't really wanna, you know.
Which,
She doesn't want to drink alcohol or anything related to alcohol, so she's just like, can I just have, like, a water?
Now, I will
You
say that
can't
we
keep
are
that
getting
down.
quite sidetracked, though. So, yeah, we might as
Yeah,
well
we
just go ahead and close out the stream, and yeah.
That's very true. That's very true. But yes, everybody, thank you so much for
Oh,
joining
thanks.
us. I hope you all enjoyed everything. Again, we'll be back Thursday for more of this, sometime between 7:30 and 8 EST.
What?
Scuff! Oh my goodness.
Apparently she sold a VR chat dress, I guess.
Hey,
I don't know.
yo.
Okay.
Oh my goodness.
Okay, Scuff.
I like that bot. That is a fun robot. I like
Stuff
Scuff. She's
is
funny.
fantastic.
I need you to teach me how you made Scuff at some point, or at least do it for me. One of the two.
We all need minions.
Just because she's fun. She's a fun addition. But, yeah, like I said, every Thursday over on Twitch, it is mostly going to be me, Sketchy, and Pierre that are streaming this. One day, Looney will end up joining us on the streaming once she's got a computer because we've discovered she can't do this on mobile.
Yeah, that's a little bit of a problem I'm going to have to fix.
Yeah, which is fine. So you can join us on any of our channels. You'll be getting the exact same content either way. except maybe with extra little side banter between us, depending on who you're talking about, because our OBS picks us up even without the Discord. So.
Yeah.
Also, Pyra, she still calls me Lunar Enchantress. What is this issue?
I can fix it. Hold on.
I just want to at least be known as Sea Druid. That's all I want.
What do you want her to call you?
Just Seafoam. I'll be happy with that. Seafoam.
That should work.
Thank you.
Maybe. Till she forgets.
As you command, Lord
Lunar
Megatron.
Enchantress Louis Today shall be known as Seafoam.
I'm reading it. It's just like, from this moment forth, Lunar Enchantress Looney Tooney shall be known as the Seafoam. A fitting moniker for her celestial beauty, like Lefak.
I don't know what else up with the banana coffee, but
That's a crescent
We'll go
moon,
with it.
Iris. That is a crescent moon.
No, it's a banana
Oh, is it?
coffee. No,
don't
I
have
now
my
deem it
AI
as
glasses
banana
on
coffee.
today. Yeah, it's banana coffee now.
Banana coffee! Being quite honest,
a banana
banana
with your
flavored coffee kind of sounds a little weird, not gonna lie.
Not banana flavored coffee. You eat the banana with the coffee, though you can't do banana flavored coffee. I know a character that probably would try that, as well as mix it in with a bunch of
flavored
other crap.
coffee.
We're looking right at Calvin.
No, I don't mean him. It's a character in the
Did you make
Digimon
banana
Cyber Sleuth
milk?
game.
So you could technically put the banana milk in the coffee?
True, banana milk is a thing. I do forget that that exists. But yes, once again, we keep getting sidetracked.
Yep, sidetracked again.
Yeah, sorry. Let's
yes,
go.
we did. It's nearly becoming 12, and we've already went ADHD sidetracked sidetracked hustle. So let's get this show on the road.
Yes, yes,
Welcome
yes,
to
yes.
ADHD Theater.
But yeah, once again, you can watch any of us and you'll get pretty much the same thing with maybe a few minor differences depending on whose inner dialogue you're wanting to hear.
That's true.
Mine, you get two, because my mic will pick up Raz because our desks are next to each other.
For me, you'll probably
And you don't
hear
even have to stay
silence
here.
and then just hear, "Hello."
I was gonna say you don't even have to stay here for Scuff, because if everyone wants, everyone could hear Scuff.
It's true.
I don't think everyone wants that. This
Yeah.
show is pretty loud today.
Go into Pyrrha's, you get Pyrrha's little monologue and also Scuff to talk. Scuff
my
is pretty
goodness,
funny
yeah.
though.
Scuff is just the best. Scuff's funny. I like him.
But yeah, it'll be over on my YouTube.
yeah.
I don't know if anyone else is wanting to upload these onto theirs, but it'll for sure be on mine. Until next time. Debating on if I should raid.
Do we feel
Oh,
like
yeah.
raiding today?
You
Do
should.
we feel like it, or are we too tired?
I mean, I'm
going
good with
to.
raiding. Just figuring out who. And then it's whether or not we
Yeah,
all
let
want to
me-
raid the same person.
Hold on, let me help you out with finding a person. 'Cause I got like a good bit. I have a person you can. Oh yes. I have a person. Would you guys like to raid somebody called Mythical Magnus?
I think I know them. Itsy Bitsy is also streaming. Seems
There's
like she
also,
just started. She's only about an hour in.
Yeah, there's also Arane too.
Man, so many great options today. Oh god.
So
I don't think
I
I'm
don't get to read
following
Moo.
Arane.
I don't get to raid Moo much. So I'm probably gonna raid Moo.
Okay.
So I'll do that. But yeah, it was great. can't wait till next week. It's gonna be great.
Yeah.
I gotta figure out where to spend all my XP points.
How this is going.
Yep, because now you have 4 more, so you have more XP you can spend now too.
Yeah,
Figure
'cause I
out.
hoarded my last ones.
Yeah.
Now that I know what to do with them, though, it's easier.
Now you have a better idea of
Like,
how
I
the game
think-
works.
Yeah, that was my challenge. Because I
Yeah,
didn't want
that's
to go
fine.
putting everything in one thing and be like, But now I get a better idea how things were working.
Yep, that's valid.
Sure.
You can spend your XP at any point. If you really didn't want to spend it, you didn't have to. It's just it helps with the character creation.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Alright.
If you want to give us Moo's tag, we can
Oh.
all rate in.
Yeah, it's tough because they
I
did
mean,
the
if
same
you want to
thing.
copy and paste her username.
I
If you want to
think
copy and paste her
they're-
username.
Yeah, I wish I'm on the wrong machine. Shoot. That's why it's not working. Hold on. They have the zeros in place of the O's.
Ah, like me.
Yeah.
Which I looked it up because I was curious who took the name that I initially wanted to, which was I think just Pink Spider and then just Pink Spooter but with O's. And the one that had the pink Pink Spooter is somebody that does not stream and I don't think has been active in a very long time. And I'm very sad that they stole the username that I wanted before I could get to it. And they don't even use it.
It sucks. There's a few folks I know that are in that situation, actually. Yeah. Alright. They kick the raid off here. And... boop. Raid has been created. Folks. Thanks everyone for stopping by. I hope everyone had fun.
Yep, mine is also being started. We'll see you guys again on Thursday, hopefully. I'll be back tomorrow with more V Rising, because I'm determined to finish that game. Because unlike Raz, I like to try to finish my games.
I
And-
got that
Filled
too.
with determination.
I'm gonna be
So
trying
we've definitely got to try.
series of Rogue Trader, so I'm gonna try my best.
Pure, if you ever want to play that with me, V Rising with me, I am totally down.
Yeah, we'll have to give it a shot.
Bosses are so
I
much
can't
easier when
guarantee
you
I'd
have at
finish it
least one
because
other
I
person
don't
with you.
ever finish anything. Yeah. But all right, I'm gonna hit the button.
Alright, me too.
See
See you guys
See
next
y'all
time.
later.
Bye bye, everyone.
Good night, everybody.